Hello, everybody, and welcome to you all. Great to see you all.
Hello.
Hope you're doing fantastic. Jeanette Williams, you had me laughing before we started. All I hear is super sticker, super chat in my head right now.
Oh, we could play that instead of intro. You know, just so vague.
No. We're good. Great to see you all. Hope you guys are doing fantastic. So many great people in here, guys. It is a pleasure. Thank you for your understanding about switching last night with tonight, etc. That was a really big topic, and we got so many questions. It was just better to do a whole show on it. So it's great to have you all in here tonight. This is our favorite night of the week. We got, hey, Danny in the house, how are you? Jimmy Lou and Andy too. We got Grateful Spirit and Ray. Barrel Boy Woods in the house, the Cobra Roll. Mountain View Turning. Tales of the Solstice is here, folks. Naomi's Slot Channel. Running Egg, you're awesome. Great to see you. It was great being in your live stream the other day. Hope you're doing well. Jackknife Finnegan is in the house. How are you? Life after Live TV Productions. Man, I'll get used to it one day. Jeff's Customers, he's in the house. We have Walker Fam. We have Mia Mina. Okay, yeah. Now I can say just give me that thought. I had to rescribe to you today, Puša Studios. That is not Scott Stodd's channel says. Thank you so much for doing so. And exactly, guys, there's that message I'm posting all the time, and I'm really doing it for a reason. You want a little trick? Here's your first tip of the night to grow your channel. Everybody rejoin the channels that YouTube has unscribed us from, and we'll all probably grow by a couple of thousand.
Now, lots of people have started to add our schedule into their Google Calendar, so then they definitely know that the notification is going to come. So our schedule is available down below in the description as well as About section. So if you really want to get that notification, you can always add it to your Google Calendar.
That's right. And also, guys, make sure for us and anybody you follow a lot to make sure you have that bell selected with all notifications. Eileen Villa, the fam, how's your day? Very cold. Very cold
yes.
here.
Today it was minus 22 in the morning with wind chill, which is about minus 7 Fahrenheit.
Yep.
And a bus didn't come.
Yeah, and the one morning that you go out with the bus.
Yeah, usually Andrew gets our daughter out, but I thought I'll be a good wife and let Andrew sleep in. Well, the bus wasn't coming, and we were out there for half an hour, freezing our off. It was really cold. It was very cold. Yeah, and the previous night before we had 10 inches of snow, which is a record for November. It really, truly feels like January.
It does. It does.
Although it's nice because it's still November. In January, it's not going to feel as nice.
Yeah. I don't see any part of it being nice. To have a good attitude is always on to it. But yeah, definitely not something enjoyable. It was what a shock to the system, that's for sure.
Yes.
Good afternoon. How you doing? I hope you are having a good day. Same goes to everyone in the chat. All love. Thank you so much. And 703 and right back at you. Jenny O'Brien, how you doing today? Hope all is well. Mysterious Shadow, how you doing? The Prudent Gal, how are you? Great to see you. Expedition Greg is in the house. What's going on? Jeff Customer C, listen to Puša Studios. Great advice. Thank you so very much for that. Really do appreciate it.
Thank you, guys. And thank you so much for all the feedback about yesterday and about the Markiplier's videos. Publicly on Twitter, you guys have been shouting us out so many times. We do appreciate that. That's the biggest thanks we can get is when you're spreading the word about what we do here, so we can help even more people and get some more people in the chat to help us and you at the same time. So we do appreciate that. Thank you so much.
We're working on changes on our channel, guys. In the meantime, you'll see some start to pop up. I guess we're kind of doing a bit of a YouTube thing. We're the same as them. We're kind of like got our foot in 3 different waters. There's a new playlist you can find on our homepage called YouTube Breaking News Tips and Guides.
Breaking tips.
Yeah, breaking tips and news guides. There you go. We'll mix them all together, get a real mishmash out of them. But you can find a lot. I know, like Wheel and stuff like that. Most people don't go back and watch them over. It's understandable. But these ones, guys, all have them there, and we have time stamps into them, so you can jump right to it. So if you missed any of the information on any of these, check them over, and there is more to come like that. We're working on them. We're revamping some of the older ones that are still relevant. Yeah, I know, breaking tips. You like that one, Jeanette? Oh, it won't be the last one tonight, I guarantee you. And of course, Tek Talk Tuesday is taking on a new look. So we're in the midst of changing a lot of things. So this is the timey overs that we're doing right now. But yes, there is a lot more we're going to be changing coming up. So I know I always say to you guys, YouTube's like a garden, folks. It has to be tended. It can never stay dormant. You always have to be working, improving, learning, and we're no better than anybody else. We're right in the midst of it. We're right in the trenches with you folks here on the YouTube bandwagon. It is great to see all of them. I'm trying to remember who wrote tonight. Somebody wrote number 1 tip for YouTube to quit or something like that. Someone's starting to feel that way. And you know what? I couldn't fault anybody for it. Because it is. It's really becoming, it's a whole different beast with a ton more accountability, as we were discussing last night, and I don't see that being the end of it. I could never fault somebody for saying, you know what, this is just too much for what I get out of it, and it's been a slice. I could see that. Unfortunately, it's going to happen. That's happened before, though, before the adpocalypse and that. But I always tell people, if you do decide to stay with it, you can always make the best of a bad situation, turn it in your favor, and really make something great of it. You can play it to your advantage. Super sticker, super chat, hello, how are you, Snoopy? Good evening, loved ones. I just finished watching your last live. It was insane in the cold. Oh
my God, yes. I feel for you, yes.
Oh,
you must, guys, get the same cold as we did tonight. And it's going to be the same tomorrow, so, cold.
Oh, Jeanette Williams says, I was looking at the merch store, got my eyes on the hoodie.
Oh,
that is awesome.
Charlotte, thank you.
She's such a sweetheart.
Yes,
and she's such a free. She literally put up that she was a snowwoman, I should say.
Charlotte, yeah. I could listen to you for hours. You should so do an ASMR channel. Like, your voice is so soothing. I could just listen to you doing this all night long. No, I do listen to ASMR.
She does every night.
So I would definitely love to add your ASMR channel. Just an idea, not putting you on the spot or anything.
And there's our merch. You see our merch shelf down below, guys. You can also visit through to see all the products available. And there is more coming. There's some new stuff in the midst, so keep an eye out for that. Definitely including, of course, we always bring this up, this is our most original, is our blue wrench socks with a seamless blue wrench pattern. That's right, blue wrench socks and leggings. There you go, leggings with the same blue wrench pattern as well.
Francis Urban Spirit says that I have a design for merch, but I have no idea how to use Teespring. We had questions about how to use it, so maybe we'll do it maybe next week. I will just show briefly. We are no experts on Teespring. We're trying to understand it the same as you guys.
Yeah.
But it's fairly easy. It's fairly easy to do. It's nothing complicated. So definitely we can go over that. Then let me talk more. ASMR noted. I know, right? Super sticker, super chat, super sticker, super chat, super sticker, super chat. Life After Life TV Productions. Thank you so much for that super sticker, super chat, and that thumbs up. That's right. A reminder, hit that thumbs up. We do love it. Thank you so much.
There you go. You've got your fix of it.
Now we have a question about why YouTube refresh. Well, because YouTube, if you maybe noticed, YouTube has rolled out a fresh look to its user experience, and we can look at it as users, as viewers, but it also sends a message to us as creators. So today we're going to talk about what exactly did they change and how it can help us as creators, how we can take advantage of these new visual changes.
Because on the surface it sounds nice, but there is also a problem, so we definitely got to swing this one in our favor. So like then, we might have like one of these like political pundit moments like that. We'll do like the side, I'll do the side that drives you crazy about it. You can tell me the side that's great about it.
Mob Ollie, hello and welcome here. Hello everybody, just coming in. Just a reminder for you.
What's up, patron? Welcome.
Be a human and make a sentence, please. Otherwise I will have to time you out, especially if you're not the first time in the chat. You know the rules, you know how it goes. What do you think about the new Made for Kids policy? Blissful, yesterday we dedicated the whole stream about it, and therefore Tuesday Tek Talk is today, on Wednesday.
You can find it all here in our YouTube breaking news tips and guides that I didn't mix up this time. You can find it all there. It is timestamped to where we start discussing it.
Yeah, and I did add, as promised, all the links for resources in the description as well. So if you're looking for something, you can always go back and check it out, and it's timestamped as well.
Oh, there we go. Now we're one.
Yes. I mean, it's contagious. I don't know if it's a good kind of contagious, but yeah. Operator Logan, hello. How are you? Welcome here. Welcome.
Oh, man, I love that.
Trams?
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's a tram. They don't have trams here.
They used to a long
time
ago.
And they call them trains. That's not a train, and it's not a trolley. It's a tram.
Oh my God almighty. Operation Lloyd, it is fantastic to have you in here. I'm going to give you a wrench because... And
Blissful, no worries. We will talk probably about it a little bit because I'm sure there are going to be questions. But if you want a deep dive, then definitely check it out. We go all throughout why, what, and how to do. Expedition Greg, super sticker, super chat, super sticker, super chat, super sticker, super chat. Thank you so much. Super sticker, super chat for the super sticker, super chat. Super sticker. Thank you. The Coverall says, for some reason, I feel quite positive about creating after the shock of yesterday. It kind of feels a bit like a new, fresh start.
That's the attitude. That's the secret to it. You got it right there, my friend. That's what it is all about. Like I say, guys, I use the comparison. I said it many times. This is back from when I worked for the music company and that. You got to look at these things, these big upturns as forest fires. They're there, they're cleaning out a lot of underbrush, they do some real damage, but also there's a lot of chance for new seeds to get out there and get some notice and stuff like that. Either we stay on or we swing it in our favor. We only really have two options when it's all said and done. I want to being an army from Egypt and teach YouTube a lesson. Knowledge is great, will make the crap themselves. He's so strong. Okay. I'll give you a thumbs up onto it. I'm not quite sure what I agree to, but sorry, I didn't quite fully get it. But hello, everyone, and good evening. Barry TRC, what is going on, my friend? Hope you're doing fantastic. BLT Gamers, you are awesome, my friend, and you guys are the ones that make us awesome. Kiwi Lover, what's going on? Great to see you. Hope you're doing fantastic. Scott Sauce Channel, it's all about finding new opportunities. It's so true. That's what it is. It's okay, though, to be frustrated with it. Is Doug Naple in the house? Is Doug here?
Not sure. The creators.
Doug's in the house. How are you, Doug?
Ah, wow.
A past guest of ours, guys. We're going to have to see if maybe Doug can join us soon again. We're going to have to get things rolling.
I wonder how does these new changes will impact his channel.
Yes.
That's probably his question, too.
Yes.
Wink, wink.
There you go, guys. There's our interview with Doug Naple, creator of Earthworm Jim, the iconic comic book series, video game, and TV series. And, well, the credits go on and on after that. So it's great to see you in here, my friend. What a fantastic guy.
Yes.
We were talking about you the other week, actually, in a private chat. We were saying, how I met Doug was he had this channel. He was on a panel. I got digging around, found him. He had Patricia Heaton on one of his videos, the mother from Everybody Loves the wife from Everybody Loves Raymond. So I'm like, okay, well, this guy's pretty interesting. Got reading more and more, but I'm learning more and more. So I started attending these live streams, and he would draw with, working on these series, and then just open the Hangout and let all these young artists come up and draw with him. And I thought, isn't this amazing what YouTube has opened up, these opportunities? And when I was young playing guitar, imagine if Zach Wilde or Slash or somebody like that could just say, hey, come on up and jam for an hour. Here you go. Come on up, let's see you play. Tell me what you got. Here, I'll give you
Yeah.
It just shows the power of this platform and what it can be used for. One of the many, many great things. So,
the Creator Spotlight Show is here as well. The question from BLT Gamers: do you think it's going to affect smaller gaming channel if you're using the games that are targeted mainly for kids? Then definitely.
Yep. It's all in context, guys. It's if you're put it this way: if you're a rabbit farmer. And you're talking about the farming industry and you're really into it, that's fine. If you're doing the look at my cute bunny segments into it, well, now you've changed it into kids' content. It's all in the presentation of it, if it is being shown. The same thing as if that farmer that's just talking business is doing all that, that's fine. But if he brings his son into it, or his daughter, or his kids in general, and they're there for the majority of the show, well, then it's becoming kids' content. Because it's more likely kids will come because other kids are being in there. Not that they're doing kids' thing, not just because they're playing with toys now, but because they're a focal part of the video. It's the gray area that's going to be the hardest, and it's going to be a lot to maneuver for. Always with these, as I always say, and err on the conservative side, because that's where the algorithm's always going to go. If you're not sure, you're in doubt, you're better off covering it before and not taking a chance.
No, for those of you that are using mobile, yesterday they were saying that there are some problems with that, so they said they're working on it. Now you can access your settings now through your Android phone. All you have to do is use your YouTube Studio app on the mobile and go to your advanced settings of the channel. And there you're going to see the audience that you can change right there. So even if you don't have a laptop, you can do it through your mobile phone. Just remember, you have to use YouTube Studio. If you're on the laptop and all of a sudden I can't get it, I can't see it, most likely you're not in YouTube Studio. That's why. So make sure it's only available in YouTube Studio beta. Well, it's not beta anymore, but alpha, beta. How do you even call it now anymore? But yes.
Pretty much in the alpha still. Hey there, Ethan. How are you? Hello, Andrew and Ksenia. Happy hump day today. Happy hump day to you as well.
What kind of microphones we're using?
We're using the MMX70s. They're from Amazon and they were the best buy ever. I equivalent them to a lot of $400 microphones.
Yeah, although they are under 100,
Yeah.
and the link
And we're
is
talking
down
Canadian
below.
money, so yeah.
Link is down below, both
Check
for
them out for
Canadian
sure.
and US equipment. We have to update that one.
Yes, no, we'll get there. But yeah, no, definitely all the links are in there. They're fantastic mics, guys. So I really can't say enough great things because I thought we were throwing our money away when we bought them.
I love them.
It was only because of Amazon's return policy we even took a chance. What about people who do theme parks and other attractions, AJC Magic? Right in the site's eyes, you're pretty much considered kids content. Even if you're not talking, it's like I say, it's not that you have to be sitting there saying, ooh, coochie, coochie, coo. It's just where you are, what is there. If there's Ferris wheels and merry-go-rounds and everything going around and different theme park rides in abundance, you're in the target zone where kids will want to come in and see stuff like that. YouTube was never family friendly when it came out. I know Warsaw Patriot, and that's the problem with it. I'm on your side. We're on your side onto it. In my opinion, they really missed the boat a long time ago when kids' content should be heavily separated from here, put on there, and done with it. And there you go. This is for kids. If your kids find your way onto this platform, then it's up to you as a parent not to let them get here. We've done our job specifically, and avoid any kind of kid content. And that, especially the other year when the Bradburys and that were doing all the stuff where like the farting on Elsa and all these things that went way out of hand. They had a perfect opportunity to make a grandstand right there, but they didn't. And now today we're all going to be paying the price for it. That's just the way it is. I know it sucks, but there's nothing else. I mean, yes, Phil, I know last night Xenia was coming back after she's like to do the petition. I understand there's a petition. I know I'm just once an FTC ruling is done, it's very hard to reverse. And as much as it's good and you should go and fill that out, you should support it, you should also start preparing your channel nonetheless, because the chances of it being reversed are pretty slim. But there's always a possibility. But I don't want to take off the importance of getting your channel, going back through your videos. If you have one where you and your wife or you and your friends dressed up and acted like kids just joking around and you had a glass of liquor in your hand, all those things, go back and put them as not child friendly until otherwise stated. Don't wait till the last minute, because you heard the fines last night. They can go up to $42,500 per video. $42,500 per video. So there's not much more incentive than that. A lot of the onus is going on us, guys. That's how it's going. Rock Truck Rob, how are you? Great to see you, my friend. Hope you're doing fantastic. I'm so with you on that, Andrew. Mina. You know, and at this point, I don't even know if they can rope it back enough. I don't know. I think it's gone too far that they'll not quite.
Well, I think the biggest problem is that they are still considering to change it to child attractive, which would include many more videos than it is now. Child attractive would basically be any video that possibly any child could watch by accident. So that's what they're considering still till January. And if they do that, well, that's going to be the end of mostly anything on YouTube. So although yes, I agree that most likely it's not going to change what already exists there, we hope that it's not going to change even further to define it as child attractive instead of child targeted.
But that said, I would still charge. Once again, I'm just that type of person. I stay on the conservative side more, and even if it looks like it's falling in that category, I would change it for now. I would change the categorization that it is for kids or not for kids, whatever you have to do, and then roll them back after to see what happens. I would really play on the conservative side, especially if you're not sure. Always go with the more conservative side, because you're going to protect yourself. It's better to do that than end up in a real mess on here.
They need to put the Made for Children to go to YouTube Kids for Kids. Yes, of course. But like you heard yesterday in statistics, 84% of kids are using YouTube and not YouTube Kids. So the biggest problem is that parents don't see a problem of their kids being exposed to commercials or any of this content. Majority, I think it was over 70% of parents doesn't see it as a problem. So why are we doing this? Yes, we have to protect our kids. We're parents. We understand that. But I think the measures taken now is definitely much more serious. Plus, FTC doesn't really understand how it is going to impact creators. You know, they are looking only from the parents' point of view.
And Cassius Sassy says, I'm for everyone, and I don't post anything I wouldn't want my grandparents to watch. Exactly. We kind of fall under that one as well. Actually, my mother and sometimes my father watch us every night for the first half hour or so on here. They always check in. But nonetheless, I think there should be more leeway. I really think it should go up to like at least HBO level on here with ease and comfort. It's really sanitizing this platform a lot. That's the problem. Leonard Shea, how are you? Great to see you, my friend. Thank you so much. Nomad Unbroken, how are you? Tasha 101, great to see you. Ban the kids, LOL, like I said on hashtag Blue Rich Crew. Yeah, Cobra Roll. Yeah. If it was only that easy. Unique Sway, how are you? Great to see you. Murad's Haunted Adventures, great to see you. Hope you're doing fantastic. Awkwardly Kim, would you change your older thumbnails to match the newer branding? We've done it before. Yeah. We got a lot more than we used to have, and I am anal times 10 about stuff like that.
Well, if you go on our homepage, you actually see some of the older thumbnails change. We're not going to change all of them. We have done that in the past, a couple of times.
A hint out, just say
but we have done it to the more recent, last month or two videos.
Yeah, but last year we changed like 184,
no, that's what I just said. We have done it, and I hope we won't do it now. Yep. So you definitely go and change to some of them, especially if there are more relevant videos that are still in rotation. Andrew has done that, is still working on it. It takes a lot of time, and it is important.
Yeah, we'll not do it. If we do it, it won't be like the last time where we just mass shot them out. And we're not even sure if this is the final layout. These could be worked on more, so right now that's the way it stands. But once again, guys, this is a new category on our homepage, and these are all pretty much current topics. If you haven't seen them yet, you can go back out and check, and it's under YouTube breaking news, tips, and guides. So definitely some good watches. They're all time-stamped to the actual part where we start discussing them. So if you haven't watched them, they're a really great watch. And whenever you do, guys, if you can help us out and really leave a genuine comment underneath of it, it helps out immensely.
Francis Urban Spirits Vlogs, we will be talking about the new agreement coming in effect on December the 10th. It's still only coming into effect. It's not in effect just yet. So we'll definitely be talking about differences and what is new. There is really not so much new. There is more clarifications than there is new things. But we will definitely talk about it very soon. And we have ZC Toppling joining us. And ZC Toppling deserves a special shout out for the amazing video he did of 3,000 dominoes stacked up to create Puša Studios dedication video, which is super amazing. We tweeted it out today, and we'll keep doing it because it's just so super cool. Like, it's something. I'm still so impressed.
We're honored. We are so honored by that. You have no idea how much this means to us. I'll show you. There's a little. Let's do a little sneak peek. Volume. Yeah, I'm just making sure the volume's off. There you go, guys. So there's the one he did, guys. 3,000 dominoes. Isn't that so freaking cool? And I'm not gonna let you. I want you guys to go check it out when you do to make sure you head over there and check it out. But yeah, it is pretty bloody cool. The Puša Studios part really blew me away. There's our Puša right there after it all. So make sure to go check it out, guys. Absolutely amazing. Sir Lanthethought, how are you, my friend? Hope you're doing fantastic. Great to see you. Cooking with Corey, you are always so awesome to us. Thank you so much for the super chat. We really do appreciate it. Hope you're doing fantastic, and thank you for all the support you show us. It is really, really, truly appreciated. Forever Freaky Foco as well. Hello, Puša Studios. Unless ad pricing is more for YouTube kids, I'll keep my content here free to avoid the drama. Because, yeah, I feel bad. You guys were a big topic last night. One of the ones was the Funko Pops, and I feel bad. Like, I feel so bad. And we have to keep catching ourselves because I'm not... The way we have to talk about kid-friendly, it's not to insult the collector. We know the difference between it. It's the algorithm. That's the sad part into it. I really... So many channels are going through so much for absolutely no reason. That's the sad part, so...
So we have Computer Chick in chat, and I wanted to address something from yesterday. Computer Chick yesterday was saying about the emails and verifications. We were talking about different ways of verifications and age requirements. So I just wanted to recall some of the stuff that we were saying and precise a little bit more that no, you don't have to give out your credit card information to age verify. You can just give your ID picture and sign like a waiver, so to say. But then if your channel gets questioned, if it is in the right age bracket and you don't comply with verification, they might terminate your channel. And after that, if you want to get it back, one of the ways of getting it back is provide the credit card information.
Yeah.
So if you do get an email that all of a sudden asks you for ID or for your bank information, please still double check if it is the legit YouTube email. But keep in mind that it can be. It still can be. We thought that... well, you know, why would they ask you for a credit card? But it still can be.
There's so many scams going around, and that set off more flags right there because the direction. And then after the path, then it made more sense. So we were more worried about your channel when you said it because we've been getting so many people lately getting hit that it was more of just a defense mechanism because I'm so sick of seeing channels getting taken on here. I am so fed up with the scams.
There's at least 2 channels a week that are messaging us with saying I lost my channel, what I should do. And I think that's we just are so wary of all the scams going around. But yes, keep in mind that there still is an option. If you're not sure, you can always contact YouTube and ask them, is this an email from you? As always, there's Team YouTube on Twitter, there is chat option, email options on YouTube as well as legal advice on YouTube too. So if you're not sure, double check before answering.
Good question, Shanette. Yes, always the first thing is to verify where it's coming from. Check the source. Make sure it doesn't have like a .ru or any kind of strange email tag that comes with it. And from there on in, you should even be able to, on that one as well, I think you're able to ask for the live helpline as well. I think they can bring it up.
Yeah, you can do it through the live helpline, but that's only available for YouTube partnership, unfortunately.
Right.
But what you can do is always connect their legal support team. They do have an email as well as address there. I'm putting the link in the chat, so if you're not sure about the email that you got, if it is legit or not, you can always get in touch with legal support contact that does have email and address there. So save it somewhere in a place you know where it is, and to find if, in case you get the emails, you don't get scammed, but you do comply if it is a YouTube. And once again, Computer Chick, thank you so much for providing us information.
Yes, thank you. We do appreciate it. Guys, if you can hit the like button, tweet it out, tell friends, the more the merrier, guys. We're going to get into your questions in just a minute, folks. It's about time. We'll take a look at the new updates on the homepage and that, and next thing you know, I'll have our discussion over what it benefits and if it does. Queen City Picker, thank you so much for having me this morning. Enjoyed my time in your live stream. You were always so kind to us, the words and everything. Thank you so very much. Hope you're having a fantastic one. One thing I do is I don't share my email associated with my channel. I have a separate email in my about page, so if I get contact, which is a smart thing to do.
Yeah, it's one of the ways of how to protect our channel for sure.
Definitely. Anything else, hon?
Bell's Report Nursery, they do. Why? Because they want to know that you're of age of having one, and if you're of age of having one, you're of age of having a YouTube account. So that only happens if you have to verify an account that has been terminated prior because of the questionability of it being as of age. Like I said, we were questioning that as well yesterday because of the scams going on. But the safe route, contact legal team.
Yep, exactly. And then, but remember, guys, with any of those things, times is pretty much the essence. So when you get requests like that from YouTube, don't leave them go. Act on them. Try to do them as fast as possible. It will save you the headaches, and then also gives you time to properly interact with them, verify that everything is good, go through the process, and it just works out better for you in the end. Oh, you're up again.
And Super Sticker Super Chat, Lucky Beach Thoughts. Thank you so much for the Super Sticker Super Chat. Thank you. The cute lemon is there.
I'm going to tell you the truth, guys. Xenia's being a trooper tonight because Xenia has a really bad migraine that just hit her about an hour before we started. So she has been a real trooper to come on. We could have canceled tonight. She chose to come on. So, So I just want to put that out there.
Yeah, so if I do seem a little bit off, I do apologize. I see a lot of comments about yesterday. I'm sure there's going to be lots of questions more coming, a lot of more clarifications from YouTube as well. We are only going to be able to see exactly what's going on in January. The thing that makes me the most cautious is that they decided to use, well, I mean, how else really? They decided to use their AI system to detect the content that is made for kids. And that means that a lot of things that might, for us, humans, not like understandably not seem like made for kids, but for AI it will be. Like lots of animated characters that people are using. Mia Mina was mentioning like Streamlabs, Premier Hell. That is using a cat as a character. Obviously, it's not made for kids, but it is an animated character, so AI is going to definitely mark it as made for kids. So these things are going to be under question, and a lot of questions are going to be in January. Thank you so much for all the well wishes. Thank you. You at 70% is better than most. It had 100. Oh, well, good we have a screen in between of us. Thank you.
Oh. Wow. 6 turns or so, it never fell. That was a lucky one. Duke Family Chronicles, how you doing? Great to see you. Wiley Intrepid Sailing, how are you? Great to see you. Thanks for the great info lately. Copa seems like a real game changer. Still not clear about it. What to do if you have a child in video and happens to have a swear word into it. If the child is featured a lot, in short, if the child is a majority of the video, or quite predominant, I don't want to say majority because it was quite predominant even for a minute out of 10, you're still already ventured into pretty much kid territory, and that's the toss-up between it.
Plus, you can swear.
Yeah.
Vulgar language is not acceptable, but you can swear here and there and still be monetized and still not be.
According to YouTube, here's what they say in general. Do not put any vulgarity swearing in your thumbnails, in your tags, in your descriptions, in your title. Do not use any vulgarity within the first 30 seconds of your video. Then after that, yes, you can even drop the F-bomb. This is I want to say this is my interpretation of it, so this is not from YouTube from this part on. This is my interpretation. I would treat it like HBO as far as the level of language you can use. That's what I'd say. So as much as I love the guy, we're not talking Eddie Murphy Delirious HBO. We're talking more straightforward TV shows. If it's just rounded out, everything is just dropping the F-bomb 3-4 times a minute and stuff like that, you're getting close and you might get the limited monetization or demonetized. But yes, you are allowed to curse in here, and they even did a video. You can find it on the Creator Insider where they actually talk about that, and that was the points that they did give. So nothing in your title, nothing written on your title, your description, your thumbnails, etc. Avoid it for the first 30 seconds, and then use with some sort of balance to it,
Hello to everybody that is new here, and welcome to our channel. If you like what you see, please subscribe, hit that like, and ring the bell so you know when we are on next. We're here 6 times a week from Sunday to Friday, mostly at 7 p.m. Eastern, with a difference in Thursdays when we are on at 1 p.m. That's tomorrow.
YouTube refresh. Is that where I go? I get the mic, grab me another beer during my stream. And Mike is in the house. How are you, Mike? Good to see you. Good to see you. Actually, this thumbnail tonight was based on... everybody talks about where they get their creative side from, their creative spirit. I was actually at the dollar store with my kids when I passed a box of... I didn't update that here tonight. There you go. It was a box of Aquafresh toothpaste. That's where this thumbnail came from. That's exactly what inspired it. So, yep.
And why? Because, as we said, YouTube has made, Google has made a lot of changes in the visual presentation of YouTube, and we're going to talk about how to take advantage of the refresh version of YouTube.
You want to start off, and then we'll go into it?
Sure. And guys, if you do have any questions about YouTube, I'm sure there's going to be a lot about yesterday.
Can we use peaches or eggplant emojis in the title?
Why not?
Why not? Yeah. And yes, emojis are not dangerous, guys. By the way, that was from the Markiplier the other night. Please watch that. No term, no word is dangerous unless it's racially charged, etc. It is all in the use of it. So if you say hello 500 times, it's just as bad as I got you 500 times. It's just as bad as putting I pineappled you 500 times. It's got nothing to do with the word or the emoji. It's got to do with the use of it, and that is repetition that causes it.
Where did you get the high-priced model? Oh, you're too sweet. Free to laugh now. Thank you. Next one is going to feature Andrew. That's even higher.
That's
price.
when everything goes downhill. That's when we start. That's when we were trying to keep the watchers down. That's when we're going to go down. I'm actually on some of them. Some people got it, but not as many as I thought. This one that we did was one of my favorites, and this is based on that TV show You Can't Do That on Television. And I was stuck. We had an hour to get that ready, or 2 hours, or something like that.
Yeah.
And it was 40 pages. That was the title we came up with, 40 pages you can't say on television. So then it was, you can't say on YouTube. So then it came back to that old TV show. So that's where, see, there's inspiration all around. There's inspiration all around. That's why if you think I messed up and I gave myself jaundice, no, that's because what the actual one really looked like. So I think I'm showing my age on that show. That's why. And that's where Alanis Morissette got her start.
Really?
Yep, she was on there when she was very, very young. Yep.
The history buff is here. Hello, how are you?
Back when she used to call herself just Alanis. Yeah, she had the weird haircut. There she is. There she is right there. With the blue shirt. That's Alanis. That's her, God almighty, she couldn't have been more than her early teens, I guess, back then. Yep. There. See? And you learn something, damn it. Isn't that great? That's what Tek Talk Tuesday is all about. All about looking up people that have bands that have not even played music in the last 10 years, I think, if I'm right.
Addis Corner, hello, and welcome here as well. Lee Beth Mack, hello, and welcome here. Angelina Spicy, lurking through the shadows. Thank you so much for joining us. And guys, if you can click that like button and share it out, we do appreciate that. Spread the word. We do thank you for doing it. Thank you so much.
It does help immensely, guys. It really does. Alrighty, folks, let's jump into it. It's 7:37. I think it's about time. That was her. Yes, it was, all my kiddies. That's Alanis Morissette, all right. That's her in her early years. Alrighty, guys, here we go. You good to go, hon?
Yep.
You too seems relaxed. Yeah, I'm being careful too. My non-traditional life, like I said, Xenia got a really bad migraine, so like I said, I offered her the chance to just not do it tonight. She still wanted to go through with it, so I just don't want to put too much onto her. So that's why it's more of a chill one. I hope that doesn't buzzkill it for you guys, but I definitely don't want her to suffer too much to this already as it is. So.
FDL Seeker, the limitations on the character on the channel features are only applicable for the channels that are made for kids and for videos that you mark as made for kids. If you mark it as not made for kids, nothing changes. No, it's business as usual. You just set aside, you basically attest to it that you, by your own oath, that it's not geared towards children. And that's the thing about it, guys. So if you're worried that you do a video now and then and your child or your grandchild or whatever comes on with you, all you have to do is just change that video to it. When you upload, you have to just specify that one is geared towards kids because they're predominantly into it. And then it's business as usual for the next videos that you do. Now, before we jump into it, I see that BLT Gamers has made a video for us on TikTok. If you can retweet it, that would be the easiest way how we can show it. BLT Gamer, I know you can save it as a GIF and retweet it. Now, BLT Gamers came up with an amazing idea, just about a week ago. So if you want to take part in it, you can make a Super Sticker Super Chat song challenge. Make a short video on social media and use hashtag Super Sticker Challenge, tag Puša Studios, no matter where you are. And we're going to share it out. So if you want to do a Super Sticker Super Chat video on your version of that, jump in it. And thank you so much to BLT Gamer for the spectacular idea. We love that.
It was a good idea. It was really
I love that. Yes. Definitely a great way to be shouted out. Well, from my point of view, it is a great way.
Oh my God, this is the best idea ever, Lucky Beach Slot says. Free to laugh now. Question. Oh my God, free to laugh now. Question. I act like a child. Does that count?
Good.
Depending what you use to bring out the child in you, it can. Premier Health, thank you so very much, my friend. Do appreciate it. Hope you're having a great night.
Super Sticker Super Chat, Super Sticker Super Chat, Super Sticker Super Chat, Premier Health, thank you so much. I could start drooling, but I'm not, so thank you. This on Dream is saying YouTube is already classifying my videos as targeted towards kids and ones that I wouldn't even think were. Well, exactly. So definitely go back. You have to do that because there will be penalties starting January if you don't. It seems like it is only for kids channels and family channels. It's not. It's gonna affect separate videos as well. Yeah. I understand the migraine. That is not a fun thing. I'm kind of dealing with that myself. Oh, well, that is awesome. Yes, hashtag Blue Range Group selfie. If you guys want to put the selfie up there on Twitter, hashtag Blue Range Group, and put your selfie out there or share it out.
I'm going to say hello to everybody just because I see Aussie Outlaw came in and everybody else, and I've been missing you all. We usually do that show. Like I say, Xenia's got a bad migraine, guys, so it's not going to have all the rock star appeal, but nonetheless, you guys are all the rock stars for being here. Thank you for making us look so good. In the meantime, if you can hit the like button and tweet it out, it really does help out a lot, guys. Willow's Whimsy, welcome. Hope you're doing fantastic. We have Widely Intrepid Sailing in the house, folks. We have Wilder Scotland and WTF Mike, folks. We got This Prudent Gal. The Traveling Shintoist is in the house. The History Buff is here, folks, as well as the Creator Spotlight Show. Texas Lottery Fun is here. Great to see you, as well as Tasha 101. The lovely, charming, and great voice, according to Xenia. I agree already, but Shanette Williams is here. We have Ryan Vexo. How you doing? Queen City Picker, thank you once again for the kind words today in your live stream about us. Premier Hell, how are you doing? Hope all is well. Plus, Ultra Collectibles is here, folks. Pink Poodle 2 is here, folks. Welcome. We have Oz TV here. We have Outdoors for Adventure. We got Old Guy on a Bike. We got Ole's Fam Bam. Sorry about that. My Non-Traditional Life is here. Welcome. Mike the Investor is in the house. We have Mia Mina here, folks. We have Lucky Beach Slots. Little Jazz is here. Welcome. We got my Life After Life TV Productions. Leonard Shea is in the house, folks. Hope all is well. Lebeth Mac, welcome. Kasumi VA.
Hello, Kasumi.
Hey, Kasumi, what is going on? Great to see you. Hope you're doing fantastic. What a nice surprise. Jenny O'Brien is here, folks. That's right, as well as Howling Fun RV Adventures. Hot Mess Missy. Art and RVing is here, folks, as well as Handplayed Jackpots. We have Guz Project. Welcome back. We have Graceful Spirit and Ray. God Loves Me, folks, is in the house, as well as Free to Laugh Now. We have FDL Seeker in the house. We got Expedition Greg. Ethan is here, that's right, as well as Eileen Value the Fam. Always great to see you all. Drawing for Beginners channel is here. Dis Our Dream. Craving Crochet is in the house. Welcome. Brian Went Fishing. That's such a great, I love that. It's like a novel channel name.
Yes.
You could use that, that could grow with you when you got 10 million. Barrel Boy Woods is in the house. How you doing, my friend? Aussie Outlaw. Hope all is well with you. It's great to see you. Andy and Amy's Arizona Adventures. Hope you're doing fantastic. Alex, the Blue Man Reviewer and Gamer. What a pleasure to have you all, guys. I know they're not all on the list, so we missed your name. Please highlight ours right now and say hi so we can give you a big hello as well. Like Lori Bly, DIY, I see. I'm going to do like Romper Room. I want to get a mirror. I really do. I see John, and I see Barrel Boy Woods. I see Shanette Williams.
And the first year of us live streaming, we were doing the goodbyes like that, remember? Good night, Susie's channel. Good night, dog. Good night, Philip.
It was a great way to creep everybody out before.
Yeah,
they
well,
went to bed.
there were only like 6 people in the chat,
Yeah,
so that wasn't hard
easier
to do. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Patricia Norwood, Hobbies and Reborns. How are you? Welcome. Ethan, don't worry about that. Now, you never have to worry about Super Chat. We appreciate them when they're there. They would never even think of it, so you don't have to ever worry about that.
Yeah, please.
Just enjoy your time.
Exactly. Little Jazz is here as well. Pink Poodle, just a reminder for not posting any links or your goals here. Lala Crazy, hello and welcome here as well. Wall Street Homestead, hello, how are you? Rose Base Mira, hope I pronounced it correctly. Hello, how are you? And Queen City Picker said you're dating yourself.
Yeah, I did that already a couple times tonight, so that seems to be my MO lately on here. I feel like Father Time.
Itching to Scratch UK, hello, how are you? Say hi in the chat if we missed you in the roll call. Awesome, BLT gamers. I'm just not sure about the music, so you might have to volumes down zit. Yeah, not volume it.
Is there music onto it? Can you let us know, BLT? I haven't heard it yet. Have you heard it?
No, I'm just saying that TikTok sometimes has music, so I'm not sure if it does it not. So let us know if it doesn't have music, then we'll put the sound on while we're showing it.
Yeah.
Lori Blah, DIY, hello, how are you? Just a reminder for you guys, if you do have any questions about YouTube, yes. I know there are lots of questions about yesterday's changes. we'll try as much as possible, but we can't answer each separate question about your personal channel. You're the one that knows your content the best.
Yeah.
So although we can try, we're not going to be able to tell each and every one of you what you should or should not be doing.
And also understand it's just as confusing for us and our stuff that we do as it is with you guys. There's no way around it. They're gray answers. They're not black and white. And that's why it's going to take a lot of really going over your channel. Really take time and start going over your videos. First, start thinking of the ones that you're worried about. Go there and start expanding, because it is very gray and it's a case-by-case basis. So Mike the Investor, thanks for the shout out, as always. Appreciate it. It is our pleasure, my friend. It's always great to have you in here, as well as 2 ATVs and our life. Great to see. Hope you're doing fantastic. Nomadic Van Man, how are you? Great to see you. And he says no sound.
Maybe for the video. Not
That's
sure.
what I'm wondering. Yeah.
The Egyptian Gamer Geek. You know what? Hard work pays off. If you work on your channel,
Yep.
this is what you get.
Grimes Finds, Patricia Gallant, great to see you. Guys, that's what it comes down to. That's really what it comes down to, you know, so.
Okay, now.
Yeah.
Tiffany Mills Slot Channel. Okay. Ask your questions in the chat, and please place at Puša Studios at the beginning or somewhere in it so I can see it in orange, and it's going to be better for me to catch it up and put it in my notes here. DJ Ian Entertainment, hello, how are you? How are you doing? Thank you. And thank you so much, Barry, for the question already. Thank you.
Anything, guys, that's worth doing shouldn't be too easy. Actually, I find even YouTube, the way it's set up in general, and I'm going to get flack from it, but I'm saying it, is I've found too easy in general to get on here. I believe everything, the more skin you have in the game, the more effort it takes to do something, the more it's going to push you to do great things onto it. So that's why it's important to push yourself. You have to be your own boss on here. And I know some people say, oh, I'm just on here for fun. I'm just on. But lots of people in here are niches that are hobbies, and they take their hobbies very, very seriously. And you can do the same here while having fun and still do great things on here and enjoy the process. You have to like the process of being on YouTube. If you're on just for the sake of being on, A, you gotta then find somebody who's willing to do all that back work for you and you just go on. Or B, take it for what it is. It's as simple as that. It shouldn't be spoon-fed to you. Look at all the people that you look up to on YouTube that's been on here a long time. They work hard. They're non-stop. They don't stop for it. It's night and day. It's in their blood. I compared to when I was a truck driver. I had to make a decision at one point. Am I going to do this for the rest of my life or not? Because it's not a job. It's a lifestyle, like a fisherman, like a logger, certain things like that. It's either going to pretty much be the rest of your life or not. And it's kind of the same thing with YouTubers as well. No matter how much you put into it, it doesn't mean we're all going into this to have it be our job 24 hours a day. But while we're on here, we have to accept the fact that there is a lot goes with this, more than ever, way more than ever. Because there's way more channels than there ever was. There's a lot more rules than there ever was. There's a lot more social medias to enhance, which it drives me crazy when somebody calls it, this is not a social media. YouTube is a creator's platform. But we use social medias to enhance and advertise what we do on here. You gotta know all those. There's no easy solution to all of it. And just turn on the camera and go and, I'm just gonna make it happen, I'm gonna make it happen. It don't work that way. We brought up Bald and Bankrupt, a fantastic channel. It hit 1 million subscribers in a little over a year. Basic editing. And people can say, well, look at him. He just turns on the camera and goes, no, because he still does split editing. He edits, right? There's great timing into it. He keeps the pace. He's also an amazing presenter. Plus, he's spending money out of pocket and traveling and editing on trains as they're going through Russia and stuff like that in the middle of the night. He's not taking the easy way out. He's good at what he does to make it look easy, more than anything. So you have to do that. There's no way around this, and we get asked a lot, honestly, and I see it come up, and I see stuff promised that can do this and can do that. It doesn't. You gotta do stuff. And if you watch the interview with Casey Neistat, I forget if it's the one with H3H3 podcast or with Philip DeFranco. Like you said, it's 97% luck. That said, that 3% is a ton of work on here in case that luck ever pops its head, you're ready to go. Because if you're not, Casey Neistat sees you tomorrow and says, you know what, I'm going to do something I've never done. I'm just going to shout you out to help you out. You will get viewers and you will get subscribers up the wazoo. And if you do not have the quality to keep them up, they're just going to go down and down and down. And 3 weeks later, you're worse off than when you started because your channel's dead because you had a chance, it lost its momentum, and now it's gone. So you've got to be putting in the work. There's no shortcuts around it. Willow Whimsy, I'm going to have to sign off early tonight. We'll watch tomorrow. I want to know about Refresh. Have a great live stream tonight. We'll get into it. Sorry about that. That's something that's very near and dear to my heart in here. And I think for both of us, I can say that. But we'll get right into Refresh. You ready to go?
Yeah.
All right, let's do it. Thank you so much for the super chat. If you have a few minutes, we can jump into it right now. Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Yep.
All right?
Yep.
Okay, there you go. All right.
Oh, I'm talking. Okay.
Yeah, but you said we'd start on.
Well, I don't know. Well, I have here, I don't know what you're showing there or not, but we are showing the thumb. Oh, there you go. I can't see, so many screens open. So many screens open. So as you see, this is YouTube's itself video showing what exactly changes are there. We have different user experience with bigger thumbnails on the homepage, and it is not the only thing that is going to be changing. So YouTube is introducing a fresh new look for YouTube on desktop and tablet. Some of it already was available on the mobile as well. So we will go just through them and discuss what we can do as creators. So one of the things that they were doing is bigger thumbnail, which means higher resolution preview of the video as well. So if you hover over the video, you're going to be able to see a bigger preview of the video, those little 3 seconds or 2 seconds that you see when you hover over it. The channel icon is going to be also available right underneath the video. That little circle underneath is your channel icon, and it is going to be bigger and under every video, which means your branding is going to be more prominent. Now, all of your logos or that profile picture is going to be in the circle shape now, all across all of the devices. It used to be square in some and circle in some, so now it's going to be a circle all across and bigger. And longer title is going to be visible as well, so you're going to be able to see most of the text of your title. Before that, usually it was maybe 50-60 characters that we're able to see. Now, if not all of the title, that majority of it is going to be available to see on the suggested video homepage. So what does it mean, high resolution video preview thumbnails? That means that you are going to have bigger thumbnails and more real estate for your video advertising on the homepage or suggested videos. That means the thumbnail will have a even bigger impact than it has now. But at the same time, it will still be small on the mobile view. So the question that we're going to be talking afterwards is about how to make a big thumbnail that appeals to a big preview and yet keep it appealing to the small screen at the same time. That's quite a doozy. Also, you're going to be able to add your videos to the, how do you pronounce it? Query? How does ever pronounce query? To the query.
So now you got me that question, the query.
To quickly collect the channel videos that you want to watch. Now, that is the thing that you're going to remember is that there's 2 options for you available. So you can add videos to watch later playlist, which is going to be there as a playlist, or you can add videos to the query. Now, when you are done with your browsing session, meaning that you close your window, that query is going to be gone. So if you're going to be coming back and looking for those videos that you added to query, those are not going to be there. That query is only active for that browsing session. So if you close it, it's gone. If you wanted to permanently have it, like, to watch it in a week or something like that, then add it to watch later. And that's a huge difference because there were questions, well, why do we need watch later if we have a query? It kind of doubles up. It doesn't. Query is for fast sequencing of the videos that you want to watch. Literally, like you want to watch this in the next hour maybe. If you want it for a longer period of time, you can add it to the watch later playlist. Now you can also choose an option of not recommending the channel. So on the homepage, if you do have the channels, videos from the channels that you don't watch, or you don't like, or you have stopped watching, you can actually impact what is shown to you on that homepage and on the subscriber videos as well by clicking 3 little dots on the side of the video and marking it as don't recommend channel, which is going to help. The more you're going to do it, and sometimes you would have to do it a couple of times for the same channel, the less it's going to be recommended to you, which also signals to YouTube that less people might be interested, or you might be subscribed but not interested anymore. There are going to be topics coming soon to explore different categories of videos on the homepage, and that is still coming but is available on Android as well. Also, you'll notice that new design is a full page grid focused on individual suggested videos versus rows grouped by category. There are still some rows for news, music, and some of the other categories, but mostly it's just individual videos all across the board. Well, what we wanted to talk about before we talk about this, if you don't like the new look, there's a way to revert back. There's a way.
Yes.
There is a way you can use a YouTube classic look. There's 2 ways of how you can do it. Revert back to the old layout. You can use this link that I'm going to be putting in the chat, and I will add it afterwards in the description as always as well. The only con of this, you have to save this link. Like, it's not going to be permanently changing it to the classic view. You just have to use this link in order to use it as a classic. So there you go. Or you can also download the extensions on the Chrome that actually is YouTube Classic. Add it as an extension on your Chrome and use it to open YouTube, and it will be in the classic view as well. So if it is confusing to you, you don't like the new big thumbnail look, you can revert it back. There's always a way. We always can find a way. And I will definitely put that link as well in the description. So now we can talk about how we can use it for our advantage. Bigger thumbnails. We do have our channel logo presented in a bigger scale as well under each video, and longer titles. How we can use it to our advantage. And we definitely want to know your suggestions in the chat as well. This is not just about us and our opinions and tips here, but also what you have experienced and what you think how it's going to impact you.
And also the downside to the whole thing.
Of course.
Who is sick and tired of seeing Ellen on here? Who is sick and tired of seeing Jimmy Kimmel? Who knows about urban development and space divisions? This all is great for a viewer. I would get that 100%. For us as creators that aren't big yet, and I'm not talking just 10,000 all the way up, 50, even 100,000, still going to be extremely hard to get noticed, because there's going to be less real estate available to us, because the thumbnails will be bigger, taking up less space for putting more that they used to. So that's cutting down the size, which means more room to put the bigger creators. And I'm the first one usually who does not like crapping on the big one, but I do not consider the network TVs to fit into such. But in the end, for us as small creators, we've just lost chances to be seen. That's why I despise this layout. It looks fantastic. I like stuff like, cutting down on the recommendeds that I don't want to see. I think that's fantastic. But it really does cut us out from getting seen by more people, because if it only has a choice of a couple up there, and now they've narrowed the numbers because there's less icons at the top, guess who's the ones that's going to be put to the side while the other ones get the front stage?
Well, yeah, basically instead of the 5 videos, 6 videos that you had before on your homepage, now you're going to have 3, 4 in the first row.
Yep.
And definitely people only have so much scrolling. Like, they do scroll, but they only scroll so much.
But we all know, guys, it's the same as anything. It's like newspapers, it's like magazines. The headlines is where you get noticed. And that is a big chunk of it. And that's where we're going to get left behind a lot, you know. Up 7, down 5. Having fun, RV Adventure says. It is. I mean, every little bit counts in here because it is so hard already to get noticed on here. And that just adds another blocker into what we do. It really does. It really does. Crystal Pets and Plants, welcome, welcome, welcome. Hope you're doing fantastic.
Thank you.
Oh, okay. So that's another question. I was just, that's for
Yeah, thank you so much for question. Life with Liz and Small Studio. No worries. Just talk.
Yep, that's right. Canadian Drone Hub, Roger, how you doing, by the way, my friend? Great to see you. Hope you're doing fantastic, buddy. Great channel. That's where I love to hang out in the mornings, guys, with Roger and Kim and everybody there. That's my... when years ago when the guys would go hang out at the garage or stuff like that, Roger's channel became the garage for all of us. So great place to hang out. So yeah, that's my biggest beef with the whole thing is just the sake of not getting seen enough, not getting enough notice when it's already hard enough, and they just cut us out once again of a prime piece of real estate because when it comes down to numbers, we know who they're going to put up there more than us. Tiffany Mills, how are you? Great to see you. Hope you're doing fantastic and chop it up. Hope you're doing fantastic as well. Great to see. Oh, I triggered. Oh.
Alexa.
Don't do that. You so insane. And now they're taking what I've just said and put it in with your call. So there you go. Everybody's getting answers on You're So Insane right now.
Being insane means.
See Puša Studios for more information on it. I barely look past a homepage and I barely scroll myself. Sorry, all exactly. That's not something. That's what happens. That's the truth of the matter. Right there, that's the truthful answer. And don't forget, guys, most people on here are viewers. That's exactly what they do as well. They don't want to go digging. That's why when we're always saying, like, you know, how important it is to have a playlist on your homepage and all these things. That's another one of the big benefits because people don't want to go look for anything. You either have to, you got to get it so close at them they can't turn away from it. And that's what the homepage, that's what I dislike about this so much. I get the layout, I get the modern look to it, I get the benefits of doing it for the end user, but for us as creators, especially up and coming creators, it definitely puts a huge roadblock in front of us. Sky Pilot, good morning, my friend. How are you? Great to see you. Hope you're having a fantastic one. I never thought I'd see the day that I'd be unhappy that I see Jimmy Fallon on my homepage, but Puša Studios Andrew just gave me a reason. It is. I mean, that's what's going to go. Look at already with the trending and stuff like that. You see how all of it works. You see your recommendations, and they've just taken less spots for us to be into. Because that's what they do. The majority goes to bigger names, and then they throw us in, sprinkle them in between who's ever subscribed to us or recommendations based on their viewing. Now there's less spots to get in there. That hurts growth. It really does. The Cryptids Collection, how are you? Welcome. Great to see you. Hope you're doing fantastic. A big welcome to everybody. If we didn't say hi to you already, guys, just highlight our name in the chat and say hi. And as well, if you got questions for us, just put them in the chat. Just please highlight our name first so we can pick them out, and Xenia will add them to the list. Watch me do stuff. Yes, Puša Studios is right. Unfortunately, you know, and it really does suck. It does. It's because it's already hard enough on here as it is. Daily Life and Nature, how are you? Welcome, welcome, welcome. As well as Izzy Fam, hope you're doing fantastic. LZ Adventures, great to see you as well.
You see, but on the other hand, we're going to play devil's advocate here of good cop, bad cop. This just proves once again what we have talked about before. We talked about branding. We talk about the importance of thumbnails, of titles. You know, all of that is very important and will be more important than ever now.
Yes, that's true.
Also, the optimization is important. Why? Because that's what gets you in suggested videos. Mm-hmm. I know some people say, well, don't use tags, that doesn't matter. Don't do this, that doesn't matter. Yes, as a separate thing, it might not matter. But guess what? When you combine those all together, view here, view there, 10 views, some from other places, 15 views from shares, and it all combines together. Yep. And when you do optimize your videos in a proper way, they do get suggested more. The last months of our traffic, actually 30-30 is suggested videos and browsing features. So that means that 30% our traffic comes from suggested videos, 30% comes from people browsing around their homepage and their subscriptions. And notifications and YouTube search is around the same after that in the third place. Why? Because our videos are optimized, because they're optimized for being YouTube friendly, for YouTube AI friendly, to understand where to suggest them, where to put them out.
We were talking, I was just saying a few minutes ago, but you know how important it is to put in your face and stuff like that so people don't have to read. You have to realize the algorithm is working on the same principle. The clearer you make your channel for the algorithm, the more confidence it has in recommending you. Because if it can understand what you do, not only can it put you in front of the right people, but it also feels that the people that are looking for what you do will have a more enjoyment out of it. So that's why it's so important. Beyond Trees, how are you, my friend? Great to see you. Hope you're doing fantastic. Hello, Father YouTube. We're Do You See browsing area. Hey there, Barefoot Adventures.
Well, when you go through YouTube Studio, you can actually see in your analytics your reach, and that's where it details where exactly your audience is coming from.
If you don't use your analytics, guys, you're really missing out on the essence of YouTube and understanding your channel and where you have to make changes. Think of it like, it'd be like flying a 737 and not knowing how to control or what any of the panels do. I know it doesn't sound fun. I get that. I understand that. But a lot of the secrets to YouTube are there. It's just understanding the data. You can see so much. Like, say you're a channel that does, I don't know, collectibles. I seen a while ago. Collectible channel. You collect baseball cards and stuff like that, okay? You're 35. You do collecting of baseball cards. You have a following. By looking at it, you can see what's wrong with your numbers, where you're going wrong. Because if most of the majority of watching you is 13 to 17, usually then it's not going where you want it to go. Because these guys they're more on the adult side in trading. So they're realizing I'm getting too many people in here that shouldn't be interested in what I do. So then you can start going back and looking, well, what am I doing to attract them? Where am I going that's attracting them? What is causing this effect to happen? Is it the way I'm wording my thumbnails? On my thumbnails, am I making them too flashy, too young? Should I be making them more towards the genre that I'm going after, the age group that I'm going after? Or even more, you're a gardening channel and you're getting bombarded with gaming channels are coming in all the time, 13 to 17. Well, there's something desperately wrong, because that's not the niche that you want to be attracting, because they don't do what you do. So there's something falling off. The same as if you're getting from certain countries. You can tell if you're having trouble with your channel. You're not attracting the proper people. You might be getting played with by somebody that's adding traffic to your channel that shouldn't be, which can save you a lot of trouble in the end, by the way, if you find that out in advance and report it to YouTube. There's all kinds of things to look for in your analytics. They tell a whole story. That can change the course of your channel and get it on the path that you need. But,
definitely.
And it does take time. There's no easy understanding of it. But it's the more you're familiar with it, once again, anything that has a lot of gauges, think of it, whether it's medical equipment, if you're a nurse or a truck driver or whatever the case, a big part of that job is understanding what all those things do to be able to do your job properly. And that's the same with YouTube. The analytics are your gold. You really need to sit down and really start understanding them. Look for variations. You can look even within your video now. You can check in. You can go back and watch it live and see through your analytics. Oh, I lost people there. Well, what did I do? Play it back all the time. Oh, I started talking about this and that. Or, oh, this time came up, and that usually happens because they're going to another channel. So should I move my show to another time, or should I? Otherwise, you're just shooting at the wall and seeing if something sticks. And that doesn't work. And this, once again, you have that small business mentality of, would you do that if that was your livelihood, selling your business? Would you just kind of do it and see what happens? Or do you want to understand why the trends are going the way they are and how you can work them in your favor or steer yourself away from them and get into the trends that you need? So really pay attention to your analytics, guys. They are your Bible for your channel. They're your GPS for your channel. They're all those into one. They really are.
The more YouTube understands what your video is about, the more it likes you, the more it's going to suggest you. Mm-hmm. The more you're going to end up on the front rows of that homepage, that now you're going to be able to see only a couple of videos. And as you see, even creators are not scrolling down. So if you want to end up on the top of that page, if you want to end up on the top of the suggested videos, you have to work on your descriptions, on your keywords, on the way you're describing your channel, on the way you're doing your videos. The more clear it is for YouTube what you as a channel and what the videos are about, the more it likes you. The more it likes you, the more it's going to suggest you and push you up. Like we had around in spring, we had around 40-50% of YouTube suggesting our content. Now it's over 65-70%, which is huge. Why? I'm not here to brag ourselves, but I'm just saying that working on things constantly, and we are. You guys asked about thumbnails. We realized that our click-through rate can be better than it is. So Andrew started working on the thumbnails. We constantly changing things. There's never a time when you say, okay, well, now I'm done. My channel's good now. That's it. I'm just uploading videos. It just doesn't happen. I'm not talking about people who has millions of subscribers and team and all of that. I'm talking about us here in the chat, okay? And it does show in numbers when you do these improvements, when you change things, with a strategy in your mind, what you're doing, it shows in the numbers. It definitely does. And everything matters. Every little thing matters. Every share matters.
What Xenia brings up is such a good point, guys, and that ties back into it. When you notice something's not going right, please do not always think the first answer is, I got to go get some new subscribers. You always have to be marketing your channel. We're more than happy. We always talk about networking, but remember, it is a balance. Izzy fam, please, I've actually banned that comment, but it just doesn't stick with blues, so just please don't use it. Thank you very much. I do appreciate it. Nothing personal. I just don't, just people are here already for the, yeah, I'll get off that one. But it's not always the answer. A lot of times we've always said networking is great, or putting up in blogs or getting recommended, and all these things work great when your channel's in great shape. So you can't always use that as the first resort every time. You have to also make sure your channel has lots there for people to watch. Because put it this way, if you'd say you go and you realize, well, my thumbnails weren't doing as good, and now I'm doing them a lot better than when I first started, I'm going to rejuvenate them, and I understand tags better, so I'm going to do them. I'm going to go back and do something. And you clean up your channel more, and you clean up your banner more and all that stuff. Then when you're networking, you're actually building, because more people are likely to stay, because there's more to see, there's more eye candy to it. Then it's an investment in your channel.
Yeah, in fact, if you're networking, meaning trying to get your subscribers, and there's nothing for you to present to them, it's actually more detrimental. Why? Yep. Because they're coming, they're clicking on it and leaving right away, which then shows to YouTube, well, your click-through rate is there, but they're not staying. That means that they're not interested. So if there is nothing to offer for people to watch, if there is nothing to entice to them, and all they do is just come into the channel and don't look at your content, and they're not interested, they don't come back, then there is no point of looking for subscribers. You're better off starting with working on your channel as a base and slowly getting the people that might be interested in your content at the same time.
Expedition Greg, two amazing rock stars in the community. You are so kind, and you're the rock star, my friend. All of you guys are the ones that make us look good. But thank you so much for the kind words in the super chat. You two are very, very kind to us. It's much appreciated. Thank you so much. Yeah, in the end, guys, because it's got to be there. I brought up that example many times, like a brick and mortar store. If all you do is go and advertise on radios, announcements, and stand on street corners and letting people know, and you have nothing in your shelves, they're coming, they're going, Izzy fan, next time I got to time you out, bud. I really do. I really do. I don't want to. I love having you in here.
Unfortunately, that sentence have become such a curse word.
I feel bad.
Yeah, it is bad. But
we all know who started, and he had a fantastic slogan, and it just became bastardized, unfortunately. And it's nowhere near, it's nothing to do with him. It's everybody else that ran with it and turned it into something. I feel so bad for him, because it was an amazing slogan.
Now, we have talked about that a couple of times, but especially for those of you that have just been joining us. When we started live streaming, talking about analytics now and how you can change it if you look at them. When we just started live streaming, well, we started as a channel, as a video uploading channel. Andrew was posting his cinematics. You can still see them on our homepage. We had a different audience. When we started going live, all our female audience basically disappeared.
Oh,
they decided, I don't know why, they seen that there are two of us, they see there are me, I don't know, whatever the reason it is, I'm talking always that it's because of me. But we basically lost almost all of our female audience. Well, in order to get a better ad rate on your channel, you have to have advertiser-friendly audience, which means that it has to have an average of the viewer parametrics in age, in population, in country, in the gender dispersion, and so on. So we decided, well, we need to change it to have more female audience, so we can get back to that 60-40, 70-30 percentage that the average viewer is on YouTube. We could have right away started with female, guests in an interview and really focus on that, but that would be really bad because it would be too radical of a change. It's like steering the ship in front of the iceberg. You have to do it slowly, but with a strategy. We did change it in about 3 to 4 months. We did get it back to that average proportion, but it was strategic, it was with a thought, and it was with looking analytics all the time.
Yep.
And that's what it is important. It is possible. You can change what you see in your analytics. You just got to have the strategy, and you got to do it slow with the patience. Lots of people start changing something, they don't see the results, well, they just stop doing. That's just not how it works.
That's why a lot changed their channels and that as well. It's so much. There's so much reactionary goes on in here, and I mean, we can see it. I've had a channel up on the wheel, and then 3 weeks later, they happen to win again. They come up, and it's a completely new thing. And yes, 8 chances out of 10, it's networking. And they say, "Oh my God, I'm just doing this to get myself to 4K," and then after that, I'm never touching it again. I'm going back to golfing. And they put up, no, I'm just going to do one now. I just wanted to get some eyes onto me. And they start building and building and building and building. Well, once that's all done and you hit 4K, and you probably will with it, most do, what are you left with unless you want to keep doing it? And it's not such an easy thing to keep up, because that's why when we did the wheel last year, when it really started taking off, it really started to go off in the fall. And then we announced that we're going back to our interviews. There's people that message us on Twitter asking us if we were insane. And, oh my God, I can't believe, why are you doing that? Look how good this wheel is, blah, 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 blah. And some wouldn't even come to unless it was for the wheel. And rightfully so, everybody has a right to go where they want. But it's the foresight to know if that's all you're going to rest your heels onto. Yes, we could do it 5 nights a week and we'll be really busy at it. And my channel would be pretty much stagnant in 3 months. Didn't want to be a one-trick pony. That was our reason for doing it. Self-defeating for most channels. That's right, Creator Spotlight. It is. And not just that. I shouldn't say it just, networking. Most of us know already that's where it goes most of the time. But there is also channels that will come in, say in here, and oh God, I'm not getting the views I want and everything. Well, have you done your thumbnails? Yeah, they might as well. I know the answer is no. They're not going to do that. But then they hear they're a golfing channel, but then they hear that a trampoline channel is doing really great. And it's got nothing to do with looking at it and saying, wow, this guy's been at it for 9 months. Channel looks fantastic. The artwork's amazing. The thumbnails are totally engaging. All these great things. They'll just see that and say, there's my answer. Guess what? I'm a trampoline channel now. That's right. I'm a trampoline channel. Get ready, folks. We're going to be hopping our way up to 1 million subscribers. And that doesn't quite work out as well after a bit. So then, well, that was a bust. I don't know what's wrong. Patio furniture. Look at the views this guy got. Oh my God, patio furniture is the way to go. It's the same thing. If you don't understand what you're talking about and you're not putting the work into what's into it, it is what it is no matter what topic you talk about. It just gets worse and worse because you distance your channel more and more, isolate audience, starting over from scratch all the time, and then you're just spinning your wheels in the mud, and by then the algorithms basically said your channel is dead to them. And there's some channels that's gone through it and they've talked to us and it's taken a long time to resurrect them. Some haven't been able to resurrect them. Some it was just easier to start over. Some just left out of frustration.
We have Northern Ohio Railroad Action.
Thank you.
Hello, Puša Studios. Thank you very much for your helpful information last evening. Still worried, but feel a lot better with your information. Keep up the great work. Much love to you both. Thank you so much for such a generous super chat. Thank you so much, Northern Ohio Railroad Action. Thank you so much.
Railroad guys, the train guys have been so good to us over time. One of the first niches that we really got to click with, that's part of my passion, is that if you go back and look, I shot a lot of train video. I still have a lot of train video to edit.
Spirit Box Paranormal Dundee said, because of you both during the purge, you guys gave me encouragement to keep pushing forward with my videos instead of closing down my account. Thank you, and we're glad you did. We're glad you did. It oftentimes gets really lonely here. It oftentimes gets really down and discouraging. It is murky waters.
Wildly intrepid sailing, you got a good point. You need to do what you love, or you're going to burn out after a few years for sure. You do, but now I'm not trying to say, because that is true. But, oh my God, I'm getting myself in some murky waters here in this one. Yes, but sometimes there's also going to be realistic expectations, and that's what gets lost in that sometimes. You got to do what you love, and I'm not bringing that down. But this is also a part of it too, guys. You have to accept sometimes when you're not good at something. And I'm not talking about them, because they're fantastic. They're a channel I know is going to explode on here. And you also have to know your niche. Yes, if you're a knitting channel or if you're a pottery channel, chances are you don't have as much opportunity to go high up compared to a gaming channel. But on that side, you also have less to work your way through to become higher up within your niche, and then you can offer other things. So you might not have the chance maybe as easy to get to 10 million subscribers, but at 100,000, you could have a way more emphasis on your videos here, because there's less to maneuver through, and selling products on the side and doing all kinds of things like that. It can be way more lucrative than that gaming channel that hit 10 million. But just sometimes, we used to hear that before, we're all going to get to be a million together. We're all going to do this and that. Well, no, it doesn't work that way. It's balanced in on what you do and what the expectations of your niche that you're into and the knowledge you have in what you do, as well as the knowledge you have in YouTube. And the big part is your want to gain that knowledge that's missing, and can you interpret it enough? There is some people on here that are on here just for fun, and that is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. There's not everybody's on here to get to the top, and that's more than valid answer, way more than valid answer. Because if somebody truly means that, then my hat's off to them, because they know where they stand on here. They're comfortable where they are, and they're working within the parameters, which means usually they're more pleasant people on YouTube, and that's what we definitely need more of. So.
I'm going to be hated for this, but if somebody says, I'm only doing videos for myself, then my question is, why are you making them public?
Yep.
Because if you're truly just making them for yourself,
watch them at home.
Keep them private. You can upload them, use it as your organizational tool, but keep them private. Then you don't have to put them public if it's just for you. If you are putting public, that means that you want somebody to watch them.
Yep.
Oh.
And that's
I know. I can feel the hate now going towards me, but that's just simple truth.
It is. And then the funny part is we used to get that from people that would actually come in when we're doing network streams and that. But I don't care. You tell them what you have to change. This looks good, but you should change. Think about doing this in your video. Yeah, but I'm only into it to put up my videos. I don't care if anybody watches. Why are you hanging out here? Why are you making your life so hard on YouTube with all the things that needs to be on here when it'd be so much easier just to upload them? Well, I want to back up in case I lose them all. You never heard of cloud storage? You never heard of a portable hard drive? Seriously, save yourself the time, the headache, and the misery to be on here. It's true, It's like the guy that goes to a bar to meet girls, and he doesn't meet a girl, and he says, I just like to go and have a drink. Well, you drove 20 miles to get to this place for ladies' night. Chances are it's not just for the drink. And the same thing here with that. You got to be on YouTube for the long haul, and you got to have some outlook to it. You can't be, it's like driving. You can't be staring down at the road, or you're going to be swerving all over the place. You have to look at the horizon. Otherwise, you're just kind of fumbling around in here. I think that gets lost so much on this platform of how important it is to have a path. That's why I go on about and on and on and on and on about the about section. Because if you have a good about section, you pretty much know what you want to do on here. And you can go back and visit it every month, and you should. And say, am I staying true to what I came on here to do? Am I still on the right path? Am I starting to veer off? Am I starting to lose focus on what I want? Am I getting blinded by the idea that somebody else has got 100 more subscribers than me and I'm starting to do what they do? Or I've consciously made a change, because I say sometimes it's like college. You know, you've been into it for a while, you want to go into sciences, and now you're realizing that, you know what, you want to be a philosophy major. That's now your new calling. Well, if that's what you truly believe in your heart and hearts, and you're well aware of it, looking over your about section is going to make you think, I am changing. Do I want this change? If it is, then it's time to reevaluate, rewrite your about section, and that means you're understanding the change you're going into and what you need to proceed to get to there. It's like a business plan. It really does. It keeps you honest, like the old expression goes. You know, you know where you want to be. And you really need to know where you want to be on here, guys, because if you don't, there's millions and millions and millions and millions of channels who do know where they want to be. And there's millions and millions and millions and millions that don't know where they want to be. And there's millions and millions and millions and millions who are here just to upload stuff that they don't care if anybody watches. And every other group under the sun. But there's always somebody to fill that void if you don't want to have it. And YouTube is not begging you to take it. Anything but, actually. I wish they would push people more on here. I really do. But that's a story for another day. So you got to be it for yourself, guys. You really do. Why do we love Tek Talk Tuesday so much? It's not our biggest draw of the week. And especially on tonight when it's a Tuesday night, Wednesday night, it's like one of the hardest nights of the week. Xenia had a migraine, but we're still on. Because this is our favorite night of the week. This is where we're talking to people that really, pretty much for the most part, want to do something with their channel. You know, and not that some do that don't come by, but you get a larger majority of people are asking questions, helping each other out onto it. There's a want to learn to go a little bit further. And that's what's great. You do not have to come on here and be any of the big ones off the bat. They weren't either when they started. Go look at a lot of the stuff. Go look at a lot of the work of Phil DeFranco and all those guys in the early years. It's horrendous. But guess what? They got better. It's the drive to get better. It's the want to take things every time a little bit further. I have a rule of thumb for when I'm editing. I try to learn 3 new techniques every time I do a new video. And they don't have to be explosions. They don't have to be over the top. They just have to be something, even if it's a keyboard shortcut that I didn't know about before. Just something that makes me a tiny bit better than what I was the last time. And just keep adding to it and adding to it and adding to it. Same as we've done with our channel. We've gone increments and we are learning as we go. We've gone back and fixed what we could. We laugh off what we can't and own it. And always keep pushing towards the future to just get a little bit better and better and better. That's what it counts for. It's your progression that's really going to pay. You know, some people say they want to delete all their old videos and stuff like that. Don't. People that truly love what you do later on are going to love going back and seeing your progression through it. It shows that you care. It shows that you learned. It shows where you come from. It paints a picture of your integrity and what you do. I don't believe it. I mean, if you did something you're really embarrassed of or, you know, yes, I get that part. But I wouldn't delete all of them. I would keep most of them because it's your start. Look at actors. You know, how many times do we love seeing that when there's specials on? You know, we go now on YouTube all the time and see them. You know, whatever actor, their first role in a commercial and stuff like that. They're god awful. We love that kind of stuff. We love seeing that people are human. And by leaving that up there, you're showing, look at me, how human I am. If you ever get really big, especially, that's an amazing gift you've left for them, is your legacy of how you care about being on here. And you should see it yourself as well. I'm horrible at watching. I very rarely watch what we do. Once it's done, close the slate and move on. I've tried pushing myself, but very rarely I do. I should be doing that more to see where we're coming from. Because people are starting to comment now and then. We'll get somebody, oh, I went back last night. And they don't watch all of it, but they'll jump through like 10 different videos over like the last year and a half to see where we came from. And it's kind of cool like that, you know? I mean, yeah, some of them are embarrassing. I mean, we still do stuff that's embarrassing. That's not ended by any sense of the word. But, you know, it's the want to get better, guys. I think that gets lost here a lot. just try to push yourself a little more each time. Don't discourage yourself. Don't try to learn 20 things. That's why I always pick the number 3. That works for me. It's not too much that it really screws everything up and I feel broken down and can't go on. And it's not 1, so I don't feel like I'm making enough of a progression for myself. I was stalking the old vids. Yes, exactly. The Career Spotlight show. You, and there was somebody else the other day messaging. I'm trying to remember who it was. I think that's kind of cool. Premier Hell was telling me, we were talking the last night, he was saying that he went back and seen some of the stuff where we started from. I think it's fun. So, own it, be proud of it. But you got to keep wanting to get better, guys. If you get stagnant on here, the currents are they're flowing faster and faster by the day because there's more and more channels coming through. So if you're not willing to work with it, don't worry. There's lots of channels happy to take your place, take over, and keep running with it. So it's up to us when it's said and done.
And we have fellow Canadian Mel C Makeup and Style joining us. Hello and welcome here from Vancouver.
Ooh, I love your city. I love
nice and warm Vancouver instead of frozen and white Montreal right now. Hello and welcome back to those of you that are joining here tonight just now. Good to see you. We're talking about the changes on YouTube, a visual user experience and how it actually influences and affects us and what we can do about it. What is good, what is bad about it. Is it something that we can change and take advantage of?
We should start taking some questions, though, I think.
We should?
Yeah, I feel bad. We've been waiting on
getting
on all the preachy stuff and everything else and all that, so.
Okay. Preachy. Preach. Okay, now. We will try and maybe do a little bit here and there with our Tuesday Tech Talks and go a little bit about analytics, a little bit, again, back to thumbnail making and to the icon making. We do it all throughout, usually our reviews and tips and shout outs and all of our videos, but we'll try to do maybe a little segments here and there. If you did miss about thumbnails, we did have an amazing video talking about Google new machine learning experience where you can actually upload your thumbnail and see what exactly AI sees in it and adjust it accordingly. And the better it detects what it is about, the better it will be suggesting, as I was saying before. So if you missed that, definitely go and check out our thumbnail video. It is very interesting, very eye-opening, I must say.
We were shocked that night when we were watching
it. Yes. Yeah, the links are in the description as always as well, and you can upload your own and see is it up to par. We had some very interesting discoveries. For example, different words that are not even seen in a picture can still be detected.
That was freaky.
Or something that you edited out can still be found.
Jennifer,
so check it out. Yeah.
How are you, Jennifer? Hope all is well and love them since I'm back. Sorry I had to finish dinner and make you never have to apologize for that ever. You got to eat. You're always welcome, guys. Anytime you make it, it's our pleasure to have you. You guys are the ones we should be thanking. Good bites. How are you? Great to see you as well. All right, guys, we'll get into the questions. And if you have any for us, just remember to highlight our name and ask them, and Xenia will put them in the queue as well. So
what is the difference between query and queue?
Query and queue?
Yeah.
Basically the same thing. There you go. All right, let's go.
Hey, Danny asked about watch time. How do you compete with it, YouTube being broken and notifications not getting sent out?
There's nothing to be changed about it, so we just got to make ourselves more visible. That's why we ask you guys to tweet us out and all those things like that. Different ways to get noticed, working your social medias. It's not that they're not important. They are. It's. I just don't like to. I don't want to enforce the idea too much, to dwell on it too much. Like I always say the expression, get mad, bang your fists on the desk, curse for 5 minutes. But then it's, again, we got to deal with what we got. We're not employees of YouTube. We do not have contracts with them. They don't owe us anything. So we're still here by our own fruition. So if we want to keep doing it, just find every way you can to get seen. I don't believe in the comment that every place is good publicity. Make sure it does work for your channel. If it's some sort of godforsaken Fox 24 live feed sub for sub from Bangladesh that's just full of meme, no, that's not a great place to be seen. But try to get into vlogs and Facebook groups and stuff that do what you are into, whatever your niche is. Get them in there and stuff like that. Just keep working the rooms. That's all you can do.
Definitely, and everything counts. So if you go into analytics once again and you see where your audience come from, you will see how many views came from where. So every share, every place you go, everything counts and combines into those views. A little bit here, a little bit there, and it all combines into the views that you're looking for. So it's definitely worth the effort. Can I change the settings on my videos that have my kids in it to private so I can view them? Will that help in any way? Well, if you want to, you always can change any of your video settings to private. Now remember, you will lose watch time and views from it. From it. So just for those people that are still looking for monetization, if you do privatize your videos or unlist them, you're gonna lose that watch time from there. Now you can always do it if you see it's easier or you don't want it to be there. You can also just mark it as being for kids if it is, or if the majority of the content is with kids or is about them. You can just mark it, and it's just a separate video that is not going to have those features, not the whole channel. Definitely. Daily life and nature. Hello, how are you? If you do struggle with the buffering, please refresh. Don't suffer. Don't buffer, refresh, something like that. Thank you so much, Melcy Makeup and Style. Thank you so much for jumping in, and hopefully that cold is not blowing your way anytime soon. If you do have a question, love them sense. How do I mark my videos for kids? I will leave this question. Maybe Andrew can find the video that we showed yesterday and answer the next one. How do I mark my videos for kids?
Oh God, I got rid of all that.
Okay. What you do is you go to your channel settings. You have to use YouTube Studio Beta. So you can use it in the channel settings itself, or you can go in the video. If you want to go in the video itself, you just go on the dashboard, mark a video that you want to change, and then you can batch process them. You click on a little tab up on top. You click a little arrow, and it will show you the audience. It's okay. The audience change, and you just click on that and change the settings. It also should offer you, when you open the edit option of the video, edit video, not in the editor as a video, but edit the meta for it, the information. It also pops up as a little screen where you can just click on if it is age restricted or if it is made for kids or not. We did talk about it yesterday, and it actually is timestamped with the exact screenshot where we talked about that. So if you haven't seen that, then definitely can check it out.
There's for the individual video. There's a screenshot of it right now. So I'll put that up for a second. I had to go back and grab it, guys, from our notes and everything. So that's for individual video. And this is the video for if you're doing a batch process. So advanced settings. And there you go.
Yeah, and that will change the whole channel. And then what we did suggest is to go, you know your content the best. If your channel is made for kids, then you change it as made for kids. But if you are an average channel without intentions to be for kids, then go first in your settings for the channel, change it to not made for kids, and then go back through your videos and change it individually if there are any videos that might be falling under this new guideline.
Edwana, that's what we're talking once again. We can't really give advice on every channel because it's so individual onto it, and we do not want to take the responsibility in case it does, to be perfectly honest. The way to look at it is if your daughter is a pretty predominant part of all of it, or has a pretty predominant segment of it, that she's talking and engaging to the point where it could be something, if she's just passing by, hey mom, on the way through or something like that, no, and it's not happening too often. That's why, guys, it's a gray area. There's no definitive answer unless you're a kids channel doing toy reviews type of thing, like straightforward for kids. That's about the only definitive part of all of this marketing. After that, it's just tons of layers of gray, and whether you fit into them or not. So that's it is a hard call, and believe you me, everybody is not happy with it. That's about the best answer I think I can give you onto it, though.
If this is the first time you hear about it, I would suggest either go watch our video, it is timestamped, or find something that is shorter for you if you don't have time. It doesn't matter. Just please find information about it, because it is affect everybody. It doesn't matter if you are in the United States or not. It doesn't matter if you are a kids-oriented channel or not. It is affecting everyone. So please find information about it. As I said, we did a video about it yesterday. But if you want, you can find always. And the best way to do it is always find the base, original sources for it, so you're not confused about who said what, because there's lots of misinformation already out there. We do base our information on the sources from YouTube and around YouTube. The links are in the description of yesterday's video as well, so you can go and look it for yourself. We have Duke Family Chronicles who asked, do you think the new COPPA requirements from YouTube will help some of us family channels in any positive way?
Oh, I would wish there's some benefit that comes out of it eventually, but I feel like you guys really have the sights. I feel like you guys are in the same predicament that the hunting channels were in a couple of months ago, to sum it up. And no, you don't have anything different and similar in your content, but the way they're handling is, I think you guys are just all getting hit with a blanket. That maybe there might be some new incentives. Maybe if they quash enough of it and people ride out the storm onto it, there might be some benefits coming out of it. Less channels to compete with and all that stuff and everything. But off the get-go, I don't find there's a lot. I mean, it's going to really be a test of who really wants to stay on here. And that's not throwing down the gauntlet. I would not blame a channel for wanting to change complete direction or starting over. I would get it. I would never fault anybody for doing it. But, sometimes when you run out the course, a lot of those other channels that were causing the problems tend to fade away, leaving new room for these ones to breathe. And maybe when that's said and done, there will be benefits for it. It's hard to say. Next question?
Eileen was asking how you can see if YouTube marked your videos as for kids if it's not monetized yet. First of all, it has nothing to do with monetization. Doesn't matter if you're monetized or not. It's all the same for everybody. And it is just going to be marked in the audience setting that's already marked by YouTube or restricted by YouTube. Different ways of how they do it. So you just won't have an option to change it.
Please know I just connected with you and stuff, because we will remove those comments. Okay. This is the other night when we talked about with Markiplier. We just don't want anything that's short. We're not the tinfoil hat ones. All words are good. Just use up sentences and talk to people. No, I connected with you. No trick words. You can use subscribed. That's all fine and good. As long as you're using it. There's 200 characters. Use it up. Instead, just tell channels what you liked about them and you can finish it off. But yeah, we're really getting rid of the blurt statements. That's a big part of it now. We're really hitting heavy onto. We've been doing it over the last couple of months. And it is, once again, for the health of our channel. That's exactly why, because that's what keeps us in good standing with YouTube.
Patricia Sparkles, hello, how are you doing? Welcome. Everybody just coming in. If you have any questions, leave them in the chat. If you do have any ideas of how this can benefit family channels and these new COPPA rulings, let us know in the chat as well. Maybe there is something that we just haven't considered because we are not a family channel. So it might be something that you know better. If there is anything, let us know. Definitely would like to look at it in a positive way.
That's the whole point of Tek Talk Tuesday, guys, even though it's on a Wednesday today, is the point of just talking with each other and learning from each other. Hey, Vinceland, how are you? Good to see you, buddy. Hope all is well. A fellow Montrealer. Good to see you. Hope you're doing great.
The next question was here from Barry TRC Turner. How often should you post out your videos to your social channels?
Like your social medias, like to promote them?
Yeah.
Every time you upload something. And if you only upload once a week, keep your social medias active. Find ways to engage your audience. Whether it's through polls on community posts or it's updates. Even if you're going out on the day and you're going out for dinner with your significant other or whatever, something that you want to share with them. You don't have to go too far in your person. Just things to keep it relevant. Just keep people watching. It really does make a big difference. Engagement is everything. So definitely you would be wanting to get them out there.
See, if we wouldn't be going live every day almost, then definitely would be more repetitive posts from us about the live stream that I already passed. But because we're going every day, you can't really spam a whole bunch of other videos, and then evening, every social media has a limit of what it actually is going to show to your audience, and you can see it as you start posting more and more. That's why we don't stuff it with retweets, and we do retweet here and there, because I know that we will have our evening stream, and if I do stuff it through the day with stuff, it's not going to be showing it to people if I do it in the evening in our live streams. This is in the evening, right? If you do have it every so often, let's say you have 3 times a week your video, post it when you put it out, but then retweet it or repost it the next day, in the evening, in the day. Try different times of the day so different types of audience can see it as well. So don't just put it out once. Put it a couple times and in different formats, as a direct link, as a picture, as a GIF, things like that.
F1 Memes, how are you? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Good to see you. Guys, don't forget as well to hit the like button, please. It really does help a lot. If you can tweet it out, that would be awesome. And a little trick, guys, for Facebook we've talked about, for instance. I know a lot of you still use it for getting out your videos. Don't just put a link to your channel, to the video itself on there. You fall to the lowest priority on Facebook when you do that. It does not want to promote YouTube videos. Everything has a hierarchy. I'll give you an example. If you have say you change your profile picture and your cover photo, the profile picture might be seen by 100 people. The cover photo might be seen by 10. It does have a hierarchy, and YouTube is right at the bottom of the list. So in that same numbers, you might get 3 people that see it. Instead, take your thumbnail, for instance, as a JPEG, upload the JPEG, write what you want about your video, and at the bottom say, see first comment for link. Then you upload it and then put the link to your YouTube video in the first comment. That will give it more traction. That's the thing. It will help it get more, because then we'll treat it more as an image you're sharing and not a link from YouTube, and that'll help you get way more coverage on there. So just an extra little tidbit to help. So we're doing great, F1 Memes. Hope you are as well.
That's right. And the next question here was from Life with Liz. How can we use the blue hashtags that are under the title to not show before you click on the video? I hope I made sense. To not show. Okay. Well, if you want to use hashtags in your, and I hope I understood that. If you want to use hashtags in your text, in your description, for example, we do use hashtag Blue Range Group because we talk about our merchandise and about our selfies. By the way, post your selfie out there, hashtag Blue Range Group. I use space in between so it doesn't come up as a hashtag on top of the title. Because if I would write hashtag Blue Range Group, that tag, that hashtag will come up above the title and it will be clickable. I don't want it to be clickable. So therefore, I just put hashtag space Blue Range Group. Now, hashtag live with Puša is always there with our videos because that will lead you to all of our videos as well. It's kind of like this active link that I write together, and usually it's at the end of the description. You can also weave it into your description. You can use up to 15 hashtags. The first 3 are going to be the one that is going to be showed on top of the title, and if you use more than 15, then YouTube is disregard all of them. Now, if you do use a lot of them, like 15, don't just put them all, one after another. They have to be weaved through into your storyline or into your description. Otherwise, it is stuffing and it is against community guidelines.
Big time. Big time. The creator, we can't really do it on specific ones. Sorry about that. That's something you got to feel. We're more in the teach Amanda Fish type of thing more, because everyone has different, but just feel at your audience, try different times and see which ones they mostly look at your analytics a lot. We'll tell you when people are watching your videos the most and stuff like that, and get a feel from there, and you'll start to understand where your audience most wants to see your stuff come up.
Maybe we can mention to the creator about how much is too much.
Yeah, maybe we could mention that. Oh my God, she loves these like 1980s sitcom segues. All right, that sounds like a fantastic idea. And cue answer. All right, guys, there is too much. There's a way too much, and it's not helping you. It's actually going to hinder you way more than anything. YouTube has stated that it will only promote 3 items in 24 hours. 3 things max. So say you do a video at 8 a.m. You upload your video. There you go. It's up. Now you do a live stream at 12:30. Okay. And then you upload another video at 6 p.m. Well, the video you put up in the morning, you've basically stopped it dead in its tracks when you went live. And this got nothing to do with live. I'm just mixing them up. Whether it was live or whether they're videos, whatever the case, they all have the same thing. When you put up another item on YouTube, the other one is pretty much bit the biscuit. You should leave 24 hours between everything. You have to let them breathe. Even for live streams, because live streams especially have a very short shelf life. Live streams tend to go very high in promotion. Why? Because they're live. You need people live there to have proper live streams, and they also drop rapidly as well. For your videos, they will not go as high, but they'll go on a higher they'll go on a slant, and you're hoping within that time they start to get to build some evergreen traction, so they can take on a bit of their life of their own and start getting the notice that will attract the algorithm to start recommending it to more people. There's this thing around sometimes I see, like, just throw everything at the wall, and I'm going to drop 28 videos today, and I'm going to do this and that. It's not helping anything. It's just hindering, because all those videos are getting smothered. You're not getting barely any views on them, and you're just showing the algorithm. Guess what? I'm not interesting. You might be very interesting. There might be some of the greatest videos ever, but because they never had time to gain any traction, it's going by the numbers that are done. So it just kind of whitewashes you and says, you know what? There's nothing to promote here because it's just not really worth watching. And that's why people start like and it happens a lot on here. I see it a good bit. I wouldn't say all the time, but a good bit. It's not helping your cause. I bring up Linus Tech Tips. He's got a team of 30. He's got 3 channels. He's got to keep them fed. You think, well, if I just throw videos out every 2 hours, we'll keep going good. They leave 24 hours between each of their videos for that specific reason. So they have time to grow. They have time to take on a life of their own. So it's not squashing the other one. Welcome 4K Paint, or 4K Paint. I'm not sure how I pronounce it, but welcome. And there's something to be said, guys, for fine wine. Fine wine needs to breathe. Give it a chance. Don't try to rush the system onto it. Let it go, because it's going to help you more and more. And if you gain the interest over the 24 hours instead of putting 2 other videos that block them, okay, you don't get a couple other views, but really you weren't getting that many anyways, because we're all getting quashed. And the algorithm then starts being willing to recommend you to more people because there's more engagement. By dropping one on top of the other, you're killing your engagement. And that's crucial to the algorithm seeing if you're worth mentioning to other people or not. So you're kind of shooting yourself in the foot. I'm going to remove that comment, 4K. If you do it again, we'll have to remove you. No self-promotion of any type. None. So you're new here, so I'm just letting you know.
White Trigger Unplugged, welcome back. And Rico Bizarre Foods, hello, how are you?
21090 Brewing in the house. How are you? Oh, I loved you guys' video the other day. It's been way too long. You guys are awesome. And Andy is sweet. I laughed so much at the beginning of that video. I had to watch it over again. I was cracking up. Oh my God almighty.
My suggested videos are only at 5.2%. Well, as you grow, it's going to grow as well. It's also proportional to the channel. But the main thing, it has to be optimized for YouTube to be clear what your videos are about. So everything that we're talking about, end screens, cards, thumbnails, titles, descriptions, tags, proper, placement of all of that, it counts towards being more suggested in the videos. And of course, as you grow, that is going to improve as well.
I got to jump in on one. Junk from Work, welcome, by the way. I'm thinking about going down to 1 video a week and a couple of live streams a month. Can you grow a channel on 1 video a week? You certainly can. You can also hurt your channel a lot by bringing those live streams into it. And that's why I'm jumping in right away. I am not against anybody, because I know what somebody's going to say. They're always going to say, oh, they just want to live stream. They don't want competition. Live stream to your heart content. If you're going to do a number of them a month, make a second channel, put your live streams there. YouTube does not base its marketing of your videos based on the video or live stream you've done at this moment. They base it on a summary of what your channel does. Okay? People say, oh, I wish you would edit more, Andrew, and put stuff up like you used to. Why? So I get 200 views? We're a live streaming channel. We go on 6 times a week. it is not going to push what I'm doing. I'm going to edit for nothing. Literally nothing. I brought up, and he doesn't mind me bringing it up because I used to do it all the time. I finally asked him. I brought up Farmall Fanatic as an example. Because Farmall would go on once a week, but he was mostly uploading twice a week. So he far outweighed what he was doing live. And he was growing with these videos. That said, he's cut back on the live streams and his views are going up and up and up and up. If you're going to live stream, you really want the high proportion of uploads to stay as uploads. That can really, live streams hurt your channel. They most certainly do. Byerly Bunch, fantastic. Just ran into the other day. It's been a while since I'd seen them. They were doing good. A good channel. You know, they hit around, I think, around 1,200 at the time or so. They started doing live streams, and they're such a great couple. I absolutely adore them because they're fun. It was actually one of the few live streams I really had a lot of fun into, like those type of ones. But then we got talking, and they said they've noticed something weird all of a sudden. They went live a couple times, and their views on their videos, where they used to get 300 or 350, now we're going at 150, 160. They hadn't changed their plan of what they do, but they introduced enough live streams into it that the channel started getting more regarded as a live stream channel, and it started handling their videos as such. And that's not a one-time case. That happens pretty much every time. If you're going to do live streams, say you upload once or twice a week regularly, yeah, you can do a live stream or two a month. I really recommend one. And use that, make sure it stays on topic to what you do. Use it as a chance to catch up with your audience, let them ask questions they've been wanting to ask you about stuff they've been seeing, learn more about it. If you're a knife collecting channel, you know, you're going to show off some new knives that you didn't get to show in the video, or you showed in the video and you want to talk more about it, or the fans have a lot of questions about it. That enhances your channel onto it. But remember, it's not based on, oh, well, this is a live stream, we're going to do this marketing, and then here comes an upload, we're going to do it. It doesn't look at it that way. You get whitewashed. And we've seen channel after channel after channel after channel after channel come in here, banging their head on the wall, brokenhearted, because they cared about what they did. And they're just not getting any more traction because they've just gone live stream, and it was fat, and they started building up, and then they let everything fly to the side without purposely thinking about the consequences that would come with it, or, of course, like a lot, not knowing it. And now they're stuck. That's what happened to me exactly. I was getting over 500 views. Now I struggle to get over 100 now. Barefoot Adventures. Exactly. That is what happens in the end. And I appreciate you saying that, because there's many that do that don't want to say it, but it is true. It's proven time and time and time again. Bearded Picker was in here, who had 67,000 or 69,000 subscribers. We got talking about this. Guess what he did? He's separated now. He has two channels, Bearded Picking Live. He had noticed the same things. His videos just weren't getting the traction they used to get. And he does a fantastic live stream, but he did it a couple times a week. But one of the few that really stay on topic, which I commend him, because the panel, usually it's all over the place. His panel was about his topic. The same people pretty much every week. They had a topic onto it and they stuck to it. So they weren't just going on and fooling around. They literally was something that was enhancing the product that he was doing on his channel. But that was not enough to save it. It started giving a shorter shelf life to all of his uploads. Now he has two channels for that reason. And I can say that he got it from it because he came in and told everybody here that he did it because of that. So, I mean, we have to think. I know a lot. I know it can get frustrating on YouTube, and it is. We get that. But just realize what you're dedicating yourself to when you start doing live stream, because we get it all the time. I get it all the time. No, don't worry, I'm just doing live streams until I hit 4K watch hours. I get 1,000 subscribers, and then I'm done with that. I don't want it to be a live streaming channel. I'm just on because I really want to get monetized, because the algorithm's going to push me, and things are going to be a lot better then, and then I'm going to go back to being a golfing channel, and all is good. It's like it never happened. You might think it never happened. The algorithm is more aware than it happened. And now you're stuck in a real mess because your videos can't get back the traction they used to have, and you don't want to do the live streams. And you usually see it. You can almost go back in somebody's history. You can see the 2 weeks where they tried to go without it or ease it off. And then they just either go back into it full force live streaming because they're not getting enough views, or they leave their channel behind, or they start a new one. That's pretty much where the three end up most of the time.
We had some conversation here in the chat about that as well. And for example, Barefoot Adventures had around 500 views on average on the videos, and then started live streaming. Well, the views on the videos dropped to 100, and so.
Thank you for sharing that again. I really commend you on that. That helps everybody. Thank you so much.
Thank you. So he realized. They realized that the live streams are hurting the videos, so they stopped it. Now it's been around 11 videos now. It will pick up. It will pick up eventually.
Patience is a virtue in this one. It's going to take time, and it's going to be frustrating, but you will get through it. It just takes time.
And really, thank you for sharing your guys' experience, because it is important. So other people are aware of that as well. It is not only just talking about it. It is actual experience of people. And it does show. You can see right away when looking at the channel. Papa on the doors, I kind of understood your question, but not really. If you can rephrase it, I would really... Thank you. Thank you. I got your question now. Oh,
Jacob, thank you so very much for that. The information and resources you provide are invaluable. Everyone here needs to take heed of what these professionals say. Thank you, Puša Studios. Sorry I'm late. We'll be rewatching. Oh my God Almighty, that's no problem. Jacob, you're always welcome in here. Cheers to you, my friend. Thank you so very much for that.
Yeah, flex your
and the kind
channel.
words.
Flex your channel.
That's right.
We
got
so
a
much.
lot of things that happened to us, and he lifted weights for us. I mean, what else can you ask for than that?
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. Don't give up, Barefoot Adventures. I love that. Don't give up. Don't. You can do it. Yep.
It's just a time to wait out the algorithm to see you then for what you are now. That's what it is. And it is frustrating. Because I know that, guys. We're not stupid. We're not. There's some people are going to sit there and say, oh, they just don't want anybody live stream. Just put it on 2 channels if you're going to do a lot of it. Live stream your heart's content. If our work is hinged on somebody else coming on and destroying us, well, we might as well not even be on YouTube.
Oh, yeah.
That's the simple part of it. You can. There's a big surprise out there that there's multi-millions and millions and millions and millions. They say over 2 billion channels. We know they're not all active and stuff. But you can't hinge yourself on that. This is just a proven fact that happens all the time in here. And I'll say this as well. If you're tempted, oh my God, and we know where it's going when I say they change over, start doing live stream where a lot tend to go, isn't it networking? It is tempting. But it's also, a lot of channels go down from it as well. It is a very hard thing to keep up. Once again, we stand on our own way of doing it, and it works for us. And when people get tired of us, they don't watch. There's no forcing it. But don't think it's your way out to get to your 4,000, 1,000. You're going to jump back right to what you do like nothing happened. That one really throws you in. It's one of those like tempting nuggets that's always swinging in front. You know, it's not as easy as it looks. And just make sure you're set into it. But that's for anything on here. That's for anything on here, guys. Do what you do well. Set your sights on what you do well in here and do it the best you possibly can. Just don't go jumping from every niche to every niche. Stativeness does count. You have to. Changing genres is not going to make you better. Getting better at what you do is going to make you good at everything you do on YouTube to some extent, because once you understand it better, you can work within all the parameters of it. Sunset awesome, Cherry awesome, Sunset Travels, sorry about that. How are you doing? It's always fantastic to see you. Great to see you. Wiley Intrepid Sailing. We really like doing the odd live stream just because we enjoy chatting with our community. Would it be better to do premieres instead of putting live streams up on Patreon or something? That's a tricky one, because Patreon can really do well, especially with what you guys do, and that's a great way to bring in extra revenue for you guys. So I definitely consider this. I have one. Also, premieres. We didn't recommend premieres for months, because when premieres first came out, we were so excited. Even though we're a live streaming channel, this was the cat's meow. This is something that everybody can get behind. Well, the problem was everything was a premiere, whether it was their dog taking a crap in the backyard or them launching a space show. Everything was a premiere. And half the host of the premieres weren't even showing up to them. They were disasters because a premiere is supposed to be a premiere, something exciting. Now we have somebody here, I don't know if they're still here, Grimes Finds, who's tapped into them because I think that mess wore off and people are now ready to embrace them again. And a premiere is a fantastic way to have, especially you guys, like your videos, Wild and Intrepid Sailing, you guys usually go 20 minutes, 20 to 30 minutes. That's a great chance to mingle with everybody without getting too deep, and you're still getting the benefit of your upload. I would definitely consider them for you guys. I think they're a great idea. But as well, Patreon. Maybe do every third video or something like that as a premiere, and do a couple on your Patreon, and that way, like I say, it's generating extra income from you as well. From what I have read, Puša Studios, and based on experience on algorithm, consistency is so key. Yes. So if a channel is young and has a mix of live streaming videos, all related to channel tags, it's okay.
It's okay if you know what results are.
Yes. And I mean, the thing is, the live streams and that, it's proving to be detrimental on, not that they're bad, don't get me wrong. It's that they're better off separated. They do not complement each other. Everything you said in the first part, it's all correct. It just time and time again, we're getting one case of another here, and it's whether it's 200 subscribers or 68,000, they're all working to the same result. When the live streams start taking over the amount of videos, or take even just a high percentage of them, the views start to go down. And like I say, we've had it with channels with 200 subscribers, 600, 1,200, 4,200, 10,000, they all seem to come with the same outcome. Even Farmo Fanatic, who stopped live streaming for a couple weeks, not that he had any problems with it, he was growing, but his growth has been rocketing since then. Now, he might be, doing better videos. I mean, there's all kinds of arguments into it, but there has been a growth. But the ones that are mostly live streaming that, yeah, you do start to see a bump into it for sure. The okay was a question. Sorry if there was percentage of. Oh no! Okay, no problem, Jake. And sorry, I didn't, and I hope I didn't come off the wrong way onto it. I didn't. If I did, my apologies. It really just seems they do not mix well, and it does bother me because really YouTube should be looking at them per video, per live stream, in my opinion. But
I think there are different algorithms or different AIs that work on one or the other, and therefore it's different. And we, like I said before, we have started with cinematic videos and then jumped into live streams. You could see the views into videos just plummet. Like, wow, we had to put the playlists in forefront of our cinematics just to get our watch time and all of that when we were just starting, because you could see the analytics right away. Now, if you have always been posting videos and now all of a sudden started live streams, check your analytics. Look what is happening there. And definitely remember that you might be doing better if you don't mix it all the time, because it is two different types of content.
I want to show you guys, I want to share this with you if you can bear with me for a quick second. This is our Cheers video that appears on our homepage. And you say, wow, 4,000 views, that's pretty good. And it is. I'm happy with it. That's a nice number. But look when this was uploaded. June 21st, 2018. Okay? This is featured for the longest time. It's featured on our homepage all the time. So it has got good views. But for a channel that's over 10,000, I mean, that should be a way higher than that. But because it's an upload in a mostly live stream base, it's kind of gone over. I think I do, I don't mean to say this egotistically. I think I do some good editing.
You do.
But these views do not reflect that whatsoever. A couple did, but most of them, for the most part, do not reflect, I feel, what I've done on here, because it does not promote them. They're there. We've done the tags over on them. We've changed titles, etc. Redid the thumbnails onto them. All the practice we're talking about. And for a channel with 10,000 subscribers, let me show you. I'm just looking through a couple of them here.
No, they are old videos. Those were when we were under 100. Those were posted.
Yep. This is right before we went live. No, just after we went live. A month after we started going live.
No, it's 2017.
17, that's one. Yeah, sorry.
That was way before we even started to do anything on YouTube.
Yeah, 286 views.
Those are older videos. They're mostly, they are all mostly posted before we started going live.
Yep, but they didn't get a lot of traction once we went live. They were just before we started going live because we went live right around then.
Yeah. Some of them, I'm sorry.
Yeah, there was only 2 of them that we had up before, if there was, or 3, whatever. There wasn't very many. Then we started doing them for over 2 months, and then we went live once we hit 1,000. But that's kind of, it's a sad tale of it all because there's a lot of work went into all these connecting.
No.
Oh, there we're back. We're back.
Now, Jacob, it is important the sequence though. Never push your video out before your live stream because that is definitely going to be sinking your views. So even if you do decide to mix the both, do it the other way around.
Remember, guys, that it takes precedence. Every video, like we said, YouTube has stated clearly that it will only promote 3 items a day, and we're still trying to get a direct answer if community posts count into that and one of those 3 things or not. So if you do a live stream, do your live stream, have it done with, and then upload your video afterwards, and let that get the run of evergreen, the chance for evergreen. Always let it trump your the live. Put your upload after. I know that sounded really backwards once I said it, so I apologize. I got myself. Because I know a lot of you just met us like recently. Here's just a little, I'll just do it for a second, but this is a little taste of what we do.
Tonight's the night.
Some people ask sometimes, well, do you guys edit? Yes, we do edit.
Let's go. Without a doubt, I'm busting out. I'm busting out. Who is that? Who is dressing so bland but kicking a sparkling sound worth 1,000 grand? It's Kokorski, the musical theme. I can keep you up like too much caffeine. I remix on up, punk, rock and roll, throw in lo-fi and just a touch of disco, and you'll jump right on the music radar like a blackbird built in the fog of war. So bring the rain and adjust the treble. But practice skills, take it up a level. But bust this dirty, but filthy bass, just so unearthly, moving this place. Just won't stop, just won't quit. Just his hammer, too legit. Just a bad pun, and a knee slap. It's kinda catchy, just like the clap. Hey, I'm busted out.
So there you go. So yes, we do edit, and I love editing, and we still do it for our business as well.
Send your videos over, and Andrew's gonna edit them for you.
I love editing. If I never had to shoot a piece of video again, I'd be the happiest person in the world. I shoot it because I have to. I don't enjoy that part of it whatsoever. I guess it's a god complex or whatever you want to. And yes, the popcorn kit. And I seen somebody else comment about the 80s. This was my chance to make the 80s video I couldn't make when I was younger. That's exactly what it was. So
I love the comment from the creator. What did I miss? I come back and now it's apparently the 80s in Montreal. So that's what Captain America felt like coming out of the ice. I love that. Oh my. Yeah, check it out in the playlist. We do have it featured on our homepage as well. There are some videos there are 2 videos of the weddings that we have done, 2 of the many. And some other videos that Andrew has edited as well. Love his editing, love his style as well. Wish we could have more time to do all of that.
Thank you, Jake. I appreciate that. Here's what I like. What we do more now is weddings in the summer, but then I do a lot, Xenia partly as well too on that side. We take on small contracts for places that are looking for, they have a bunch of footage on a new excavator or a new generator or a new office complex. Footage is all ready, send it over, edit it, send it back. And I love doing that, but a lot of editors don't like doing that because they want to feel more creative. I love doing the corporate side. It's clean cut and stuff like that. Great footage to work with. So that's what I tend to enjoy doing.
Creator Spotlight Show. Yeah.
Mike F said, yeah. Oh, no.
Yeah, you know, when you don't know what you're talking about, it's very easy to talk about it, right?
Yeah.
It's all still on our channel. There are playlists of cinematics of our live photo sessions and things like that. So if you go into the older videos, as we talked about it before, you can definitely check that all out. Loyalty Bob Everything says, can you give me some advice on my channel if you don't mind? We don't do the private reviews unless you have a specific question that I can answer, but you can drop your channel and the question in our Discord, or you can message us on Twitter. On Twitter, it takes a while to get back at you, but it is usually the best place to connect with us. Or if you drop it in a Discord question section, that somebody might jump on it and answer it for us, or just have a second set of eyes on your channel as well. So it's definitely a good way to connect with people there too.
Most definitely. Most definitely. Great to see all you guys in here. Great conversation as well. Don't forget to hit the like button too, guys. It really does help out immensely. Questions, how are we into them? I hadn't got to look at the list.
Yeah, we had some questions here.
I know I've been deviating from them, so I'll take the blame on that. I'll take the blame. I'll shoulder that one. So.
Okay.
Jam Moving Pictures, how are you? Great to see you. And Ashley as well. Hope you're doing fantastic. Okay.
So Papa Rome's outdoors. Before I forget the question, I will ask his question. So what about the views on the videos that has low views? You know, if the channel gets thousands of views, and then there are videos here and there that only has like 100, a couple hundred, should they remove the video or should they leave it there?
Work over your video. Try and give it some life. See, changing the thumbnails, changing the tags, changing the title. Sometimes, too, you know, with songs, it's funny when you mention the 80s, there's a song by Steve Winwood, Valerie. He did it in 83 and he did it in 87, same as Here I Go Again by, oh my God, I'm starting to forget all my band names tonight, Whitesnake. It's okay sometimes to take it down, redo it, and put it back up, giving it new life as well. You can, but if you ever do that, make sure you get rid of the old one first, or you can get nailed with duplication, which is a big community strike. You can't have the same thing up twice. But I would try first to give it some new life. Changing thumbnails, we still have some videos. Even some live streams are still getting some evergreen growth by doing that as well. That was an answer done by YouTube about a year ago, that a lot of the big YouTubers are complaining, you know, they feel the grind is burning them out, because if they stop for a week to take a break, they come back, they feel a lot less of a presence on YouTube. So they're actually going back. That's why sometimes you'll notice, even just on its own, you'll be like, wow, people are starting to comment on this video again. Why is that? It's been up for a year, nobody's looked at it. That's what happened. So you can jumpstart it by doing those techniques.
Now, the new Studio Beta editor lets you either edit a video and save it as the old one, or edit the video and save it as a new and post it.
Yep.
So, which is a cool feature. You can actually use your old video, change things in it, maybe trim it up, maybe make a thumbnail differently, and post it as a new video. Isn't that cool?
Yep.
So definitely think about that. If that doesn't work, if reviving it doesn't work, you might try to post it as a new one. Why not?
Just letting you know, it's great to have you in, but just know, like, I joined your channel. Okay, here's what we do is we always tell people, guys, to keep it talking just like we would to humans, guys. Just keep the conversation flowing. I'll give you an example. Creator Spotlight Show, just checked out your channel. Love the way you're promoting a lot of the creators on their way up and that, and you have a great presence on camera. Like what you do. I subscribed. Use up those 200 characters. Keep the conversation going. It is for the health of our channel. That's why we ask you guys to do it. Conversation is the best way to build up great connections between each other as well. So it's not just benefiting our channel to stay safe. it also benefits you as a better chance to make good connections.
Forgotten Winter, love to see you. And Creator Spotlight Show says he changes the music sometimes and edits a little bit, and in that way revives it as well. So yeah,
that is perfect. Hey, you never know, guys. Sometimes it just wasn't the right time, the right planets were aligned, and sometimes doing that's enough to get it going.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, Nomad Unbroken. Appreciate it. I love your thumbnails. We're putting a lot of work into them. Like I said, the channel is going through new. We're making a lot of changes, but we're doing it like YouTube. We're dragging our ass onto it pieces at a time. So, 2448 Toyman, how are you? Welcome. I know it's not your other channel. Do you have any updates?
And Starlink Silver is in the house. Hello, how are you? Let's get back to the questions. I just wanted to mention that Split Screen Gaming League said that video location on overrides the hashtags that are displayed on top of the video, which is a very good point. So we talked about hashtags being displayed over top of the title. If you do add the geolocation of your video, that setting is going to override the hashtag. So I thought it would be important to mention.
Triple Tail TV, welcome. It's great to see you. I hope you're doing fantastic.
While we are asked, is keyword stuffing black hat technique? And no, I don't really know what is black hat technique. Do you know? But really I know what is keyword stuffing.
Yeah, exactly. Keyword stuffing is definitely. But there's a thing going out, guys, right now. There's so many things that once you upload your video, you can't make changes to the tags anymore. It's considered stuffing. This is not true. If that was the case, YouTube would have shut off the feature to change your tags once they were up. You're more than free to change your tags once they're up. But yes, if you copy from, Peter McKinnon had a great video. We're just going to copy his tags and throw them on in here. And hey, Jake Paul, that guy sounds hot. Let's throw him in the mix. You don't talk about him. All that is right out the window, guys. That's huge community strikes right there. So
lots of people take either our tags and they just copy paste them at the end of their description. Yep. For example, I don't know, YouTube tips, YouTube channel tips, YouTube channel, all of that. Yeah, at the end of their description. This is stuffing as well. That is exactly direct stuffing of tags.
Big old fat.
Please don't do that. You are not supposed to put your tags in the description. That is against the community guideline. If the bot catches you or somebody wants to flag you, great place to do it, because you're not supposed to do it. Your tag's supposed to be in the tags, and tag's supposed to be relevant to the video that you're making.
Keyword stuffing has gone the way of the dinosaur through it all the way. It does. I mean, it looks at the way you write it. That's why you have to write everything like a well-written blog, because the algorithm has come up to the point and through programming to see that, well, most channels that do the wrong thing tend to list comma word. So that's a big trigger. So if you're a camping channel, you don't want to say, it's great to have you in here. I do bicycling and mountain biking and hunting and fishing and this and that. No, you're not trying to be, you're not purposely trying to stuff, but the algorithm can definitely strike you down with it. Well-written, structured sentences with great string. I hate this term. I hate it.
Long tail keywords.
Long tail keywords. I hate this new term so badly, and I'll never get in my head. Into it is what pays off. The sentence structure, always treat it like you're writing for your crankiest grade 7 teacher. Because the more well-written it is, the better the algorithm understands it, the more willing it is to recommend it to other people. Swamp Picker, it was great to see you this morning as well, my friend. How you doing?
I think algorithm has been working a little bit differently today. So it's suggesting to people that haven't seen us for a while, I think.
That's true. LV and Boy, how are you? Great
Lots
to
of you
see
today.
you. Shared you all out. Sterling Silver, thank you so very much. And Mysterious Shadow, do you think Susan should be replaced as CEO of YouTube? Whether they replace her or not, YouTube is in such a turmoil right now. I don't even know what's going to put it back on track.
I think she's the one that knows the most about YouTube, if anybody. I don't think anyone in YouTube does or will know everything about YouTube, because it just has been going out of hand.
I think she dropped the ball on a lot of topics, especially her communication skills to people in here has been nothing short of
disastrous. Well, they should have hired a team that works on the communication. That's they missed on that a lot, and they still are. They're trying to get better at it, but it's just the train has passed.
Jackie, how are you? A ton of love to you. And Scott Sauce Channel, hey there, Push Studios, I'm back. Welcome back, my friend. Hope all is well. Scott Vincent says, my only concern is moving in the cold. You two take care. You be well, my friend.
Yeah, he's moving into a new house in 22 days.
Oh. Congratulations, I guess. But yeah, it's a bad time of year for it. But
is.
at least it'll be busy enough to stay warm, I hope so, when you're doing it. So
Maybe it's not going to be so cold.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
Food
now
Galore Mako, welcome.
we have a next question here. What about setting tags in our videos to be more relevant? The creator asked. I have done lots of tags to specify my videos, but there are still other videos far above some of mine. Does that go by views? It goes by both views, the size of your channel, the relevancy to the video, and the relevancy against other tags that you're using in your tag section. There's a whole bunch of variations there. The best place for you to do that is use TubeBuddy or Morning Fame or both to research the tags that are ranking the best for you. At least to understand how it works, I would suggest to take a free month of Morning Fame. The invitation is down below in the description. You can use to have 30 days free, and Morning Fame really teaches you how it works.
It's a long-term setup for your channel.
Yeah. And TubeBuddy would be more something that you could use every day. Even if you only use the free version, after understanding how tags work, that would be the best suggestion from us. Now, if you do sign up for TubeBuddy, we do get percentage as affiliates of TubeBuddy, so we do appreciate if you do. But even if you don't, we have used free versions of it for most of our channel life. We do pay for it now, but we have used the free versions, and it was totally fine with that too.
Squishy Unicorn 4, hey, first time in, came over from Runny Egg. That is awesome. Great to see you. Hope you're doing fantastic. Thank you so much for coming over.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. I'm just gonna go quickly over here, guys. This is what we were talking about. Like, this is an example I used to use. I'll do the very short version of it. We have a playlist when we've hit all of our milestones between 1,500 to 9,000. Nobody really looks for milestones. It's not something searched. So after a bit of thought, I decided to go with the idea of marketing as channel growth, because that's what people look for a lot. If you just put in here channel growth, get big, blah, 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 it's never going to show up, because all the bigger channels are going to handle the one words and stuff like that. So after some research, the number one question people ask about channel growth was, how do you make your channel grow? So what I did is I put that into it, because now I'm answering a direct question that a lot of people are asking, and most likely the big channels do not have an exact match for that. So no, it won't make us the top into it, but it definitely gets us higher ranking. And this is a playlist, but it works the same for videos. So we have that answered in the first one. So I wrote it in properly instead of commas, and that made actual sentence structure out of it. And the second one that was the biggest, the other biggest one was YouTube growth, YouTube channel growth strategy. So put that in it as well. Once again, writing it into sentences, not just listing it up, avoiding just the one word, not just YouTube channel growth strategy. Putting in these gives us a fighting chance of getting noticed higher in the rankings, because we're answering a direct question that a lot of people are asking about that. So that's how that separates you. So if you're a drone channel, instead of putting like DJI, Mavic 2, and etc., you'd maybe put in something that a lot of people are asking, like why does Mavic 2 tend to Yahweh's fly when in certain weather? Okay, they're looking for that a lot. If your video can answer that, get that into there, write it in as well, use it in your tags. That gives you that's what gives you a fighting chance to go against the bigger channels and get seen.
Popcorn kit, totally, and having kids with that as well, it gets pretty tough. And Jacob is right. If you are a business or if you are self-employed, you can write off TubeBuddy and Morning Fame if you're paying them as an expense. Yes,
that's a very
great point. And you can write it all in your taxes after.
Welcome, Ivy. Welcome, Johnny. Hope you're both doing fantastic.
Yes, and so we do have a couple more questions here. Let's jump into them. The creator asked, how long would you say is the average for a channel to take off? I know it's different for each channel, but there should be some sort of average, right? Oh, if we would know that.
That would be the golden answer right there.
A girl with a snake took off to 1 million in a couple of days.
Yep.
And then there are channels that have been here for 10 years, and they are
50, 60 subscribers. We see them 200 subscribers, 1,000. It depends what your content's all about. It depends if it takes off. Depends your understanding of the platform. Depends how artistic you are for doing your thumbnails and stuff like that, or if you hire people to do the right ones. there's just way too many mitigating factors. It's like asking businesses which ones do the best. It's as individual as snowflakes, unfortunately. We're doing good, Johnny. It's always great to see you, my friend.
Barefoot Adventures had a very interesting question. Andrew, maybe you can answer this. What's the best way to get my wife involved more? She coming along, but really slow, and everyone wants her to be on camera more. Oh, before you answer that, so Saved by the Bell, you need some answers there and time. Super Sticker, Super Chan, Super Sticker, Super Chan, Super Sticker, Super Chan, Just GCA. Thank you so much. And leave that thumbs up. Thank you so much for Just GCA. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We do appreciate it.
So how to involve your other half in your YouTube more?
Guilt. No, because you seen our uploads tonight. Geo Jerry Adventures, great to see you, buddy. Hope you're doing fantastic. It started off, I was looking after YouTube, she was looking after Instagram. It's only once we let YouTube fall, and Instagram as well, in all fairness. We let kind of both go for a while. And then came the adpocalypse, and that's when we really jumped back into it, thinking, wow, there's a chance, because I didn't even know we had kind of backed out of it. So just a fan of Peter McKinnon as a viewer, he did a video on it. It's like, well, what the hell's going on? And then we started looking more into it, and well, maybe there's a chance. Once again, like I've been telling you guys, you can make opportunities at a bad times. Well, that's exactly what it was. If this is happening, that means there's going to be a lot more eyes on channel, a lot more things. Is it worth to try and take another shot at it? So we started with the uploads, and things got more, and then Xenia started helping me more to break up the work. She was going into the social media side, promoting it and that, and learning as well about YouTube on the side between the two of us, and then kind of grew from there. But it's to each their own. You can't force somebody if they don't feel comfortable onto it too. I know you'd love to have her up there, but try to make it like it. Try to make it a couple. I don't know. Women like when you say, "Oh, look at we're doing something together." I don't know, something like that.
It definitely is easy to understand each other when you know when you are a YouTuber.
Understand each other. There you go. Yes.
Because it is hard to talk to somebody who doesn't know what is YouTube about, because it's just so specific, about the problems that we all endure here. So that's one of the things. More connection, more sharing.
That was the word. There was the word sharing. That was the one I
do admit, though, I have thought about quitting numerous times, especially at the beginning. It was like, okay, I want to help, I want to support his passion, kind of thing like that. I wasn't really planning on getting into this kind of the way we are.
But none of us were. We were never supposed to be a live streaming channel. I mean, this all kind of went by the wayside, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah.
So.
Interest her with something that she likes doing. You can always interject that into your videos. You can always find the way how. So that's a good way.
Oh, no,
Trisha.
Oh. You did? I thought Troy would be all over that.
How about his music? That would be something.
Yeah, exactly.
Definitely.
I thought this would be like the perfect place for him to be an outlet.
Grill Surgeon,
hey,
hello.
I just love these channel names. I love the barbecue guys. Some of the best channel names going.
Scott says some people just don't want to do YouTube thing. You can't push them.
No,
I
exactly.
agree.
It's not going to work. It's just going to put a balk on everything. It will not pay off in the end.
Yeah.
You find a way that maybe she'll feel the most comfortable joining onto it, and if that works out, so be it. But yeah, you can't force something like that because it's chemistry. Mm-hmm. It is. Like I admit, even though we didn't plan to do it this way, I would never want to do the live. With this kind of a live without Xenia. If it wasn't for Xenia, I would maybe do like a late night thing. It would be just like, more of like a talk show. Yeah, winging it. Yes. Yeah. But this year I would never want to do it without her in a million years. And I mean, her knowledge and the way she's pushed. I have OCD. Like, I can't read through 25 pages as she does, like, through the terms of service and that. She's a lifesaver because then she gives me the crimp notes onto it. And so, yeah.
The teamwork. Thank you. Very sweet of you. But it is definitely a teamwork. So there are things that Andrew has a strength in as a people person, as video editing, as the visuals and designs and all of that.
That's how you get your wife on board onto it. Just say stuff like that.
Yeah.
that was
definitely,
an example. Gary, Sprinklers Repair, welcome.
And I wish somebody would pay me for it, but no. This is all just satisfaction.
Oh, Trish, yes, he wants a YouTube channel and his videos upload. So he wants to do it that way. Do you want to do it together? Like, oh, I see what's going on. Yeah.
Mia, yes, she might not be able, not want to be on camera visually, but maybe just to hear her. That's a good connection as well.
That's a possibility. Actually, that could add some whole mystique to it. You play onto that. You find ways to make it work and then play onto it to make it even more.
And maybe after a while there could be a reveal. For example, Panic D, I know Marianne is not as involved into the channel as Sean is. She does participate in videos. She is in a live stream, but she doesn't do all the back work. So, it depends how you can work it out within the couple. Disnumbified!
Hey,
Hello,
what is going on?
guys.
Great to see you. Great to see you, my friend. Hope you guys are doing fantastic. Always a pleasure to have you in.
Good. I know it's our song, right? But I'm still singing when you guys come in.
I'm going to tell you, my 3-year-old daughter just said, I still can't stop laughing.
Okay, we're waiting. And the next question here is from the popcorn. Pull My Pork Barbecue said, is using hashtags beneficial to your YouTube channel and videos?
Hashtags. Hashtags I do not like to use. We have one. If you want to set one up for your channel, use that. Every time you put up a hashtag and you join something, remember it's a gateway to everybody else's videos. We have ours. That's why we don't tell people, oh, make sure to use our hashtag on your video. No, that's your channel. That's your promotion. If you were to use ours that we have under, right away, everything's going to lead back to us. If you want to come up with one for your channel that you're using there and on Twitter and stuff like that, that's a fantastic idea. But that's where I would leave it. Now, we do charities once a year, twice a year. We purposely put up their hashtag knowing it's going to lead people away, but that's the whole point of it.
Like our Remembrance Day video had a hashtag, we remember them, because that would lead to other veteran videos. It was a dedication video.
Exactly. We were fine with that. We knew why we were doing it. And once again, we're hoping it actually leads them away from what we do onto what they do. But other than that, no. I've always brought up the expression, imagine if you went into a restaurant, sat down, grabbed the menu, looked at it, and included was the menu for 10 other restaurants that are in the same town. That's exactly what you're doing. And it's not selfish. Your homepage, your videos is one of the few places on YouTube where you can shamelessly promote what you do, and you should be doing that. That's what it's there for. That is exactly what that is set up for, is for you to promote you in every shape and size. That's why our homepage is all about us. And I know that sounds egotistical, but it should be. It really should be. That's what it's made for. This is not for other people. Yes, we have a list of people we've interviewed and that. That was a trade-off because they were on and we shared time together. We think that's important to put them there. But all these videos is us, and more us, for that simple reason, because it's the only place on all of YouTube, in this gigantic world of YouTube we're into, where you're allowed to talk about you shamelessly.
Oh my God, do you see who's in the house? What is going on today?
Who?
Joseph H. Kondo.
Oh my God.
What is going on with you guys?
Oh my God, how are you?
Hello, you guys made the best wedding video.
This is a surprise. I feel like it's
Hank is one half of our very first wedding video that we posted on our
That's right.
on our YouTube channel. So if you go back and look at our wedding videos, that's who it is. Oh my God!
Well, this is a surprise.
Miss you too. Mwah. If I guys could hug you through the screen, so good to see you. Cheyenne's channel too is here.
Oh my God!
It's a family watch time. They're watching Puša Studios. Oh my God, Cheyenne is here too. Isn't that crazy, guys? When you go on YouTube and then people that you know in real life, like your friends and family, start to watch you too.
That is so funny. Oh my God!
Oh my God! Yeah, we have Trisha too, who has known Andrew since he was little as well in the house. So
well, yeah, both of us, Joseph, Trish, and all that. This is unbelievable. It's like this is your life. Yeah. There's the video, guys. There is Hank and Joe's wedding. Yep, it's the very first video up.
Oh my God! Yes.
Oh, that is so awesome to see.
Miss you guys too. Yeah, check it out. Our wedding video for them. Oh, that's such a surprise. Oh my goodness.
I'm so proud of that video because it had the real creative beginning, but I can't play it because the song is copyright.
Yeah.
But Hank is Aboriginal, and we played into it by bringing both parts because his wife isn't, and we combined the two parts together to make it, and that's that intro is still one of my favorite things I made to this day. So
and they are amazing.
Yeah. Amazing couple. Cheers to you guys. Great to see you.
Thank you. Hi to the fam. You made my day, guys.
Yeah.
Love you all. Oh my God. We have one more question here from Pool for the Popcorn Kit. Do you feel YouTube is fair to small channels? And I think it's a great question to answer.
Yes and no. Yes and no. More on the no by times. But I believe we all have to earn our dues. I wish they'd give us more of a push for it. I'm actually going to be doing a live stream about that very soon. And I don't think it's going to be a favorite with everybody. But yeah, definitely going to go into that in more detail. But in short, it is what it is. And remember, there's no contract signed. I know I tell them a lot, and I show them from time to time. But there's Linus Tech Tips, who has over 30 people working for him, built his way up here, and has all those people based on a platform that they have no contract signed with. So it sucks with us when we're get up and coming and we feel ripped off and that. But imagine these guys. Imagine the overhead. They have a warehouse now with over 12,000 square feet, over 30-some employees. Yes, they have other channels, TechWiki, TechLinked, and they also started their own platform for a couple of bigger creators in hopes of securing themselves in case something ever happens with YouTube, because they've had their messes with YouTube too. YouTube does not kiss these guys' asses. That's the one thing I always wanted. That's a myth that anybody thinks out there. It couldn't be further from the truth. That's why I have it out so much. The only ones I do have it out for a lot is the network television stars that are getting featured on here, i.e. Ellen, Will Smith, Jimmy Fallon, and all of them. And not that they're bad people, they're not, they're bad what they do. It's the problem is they just came in here and basically got a carte blanche with the valet service. And the ones like these guys that built up this platform that we're on today, these guys were the ones who created this, the pinnacles into it. And everybody, PewDiePie, all them guys, Markiplier, the list goes on and on and on. They're not celebrated for being on here whatsoever. They have trouble. Markiplier, look what the mess he was just into. They do not get preferential treatment in any sense of the word. So it's not like the smaller YouTubers are getting screwed over and, we're kind of, they're getting it all easy and we're getting screwed. These guys are really, and when it's all said and done, getting just as screwed as we are. By the way, I just wanted to mention, look at descriptions on playlists. Custom playlists. Just wanted to mention that.
Ooh, yeah.
So there you go. So they are important once again.
Stereo Spaceman, you're so funny. He's watching our commercials. Apparently it was dental work commercial before that. Now it's a Volvo commercial.
Oh well, at least it's not about a morgue or anything like that, so I guess we're doing it. Foxy, what is going on? Nice to see you. Hope you're doing fantastic.
Thank you so much for dropping in. We are just about to tell you guys that we're going to be back tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern. Tomorrow is our daytime live stream with Spin the Wheel of Shoutouts.
That's right, guys. Xenia was a real trooper tonight to come on. She has a bad migraine headache, so we're going to end this, guys. So sorry about that, but I hope you can join us again tomorrow, like I say, at 1 p.m. Eastern. And also, if you get a chance to go back and check some of the features, we have cleaned them up, guys. There is links to all where the conversation starts, so you don't have to guess right from the beginning. There's more of them to come. A lot of topics on here, so it's right on our homepage. There you go, YouTube breaking news, tips, and guides. And there you go, a lot of the big subjects that are going on in YouTube right now. Definitely some good watches. And if you do, or any of the videos, if you can leave an on-topic comment, it really does help us out a lot. And more changes are coming over time, slowly but surely. So thank you guys for everything tonight. It's always a pleasure talking to you all. This is always our favorite. Thank you so much, Gary. You have a fantastic night as well. LOL, my daughter is absolutely a mess.
I will tell you after. I can't read it loud.
Okay. And then I have a feeling. No. Alrighty. You, me, and Benny. How are you? We're just on our way out. Xenia's not feeling well tonight, guys. Like I say, we stayed on longer than we were planning to. So thank you so much for everything, and we'll see you guys tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern. Stay awesome, guys, and enjoy the platform. Have fun onto it. Make the best of your time on here. Take care. We'll see you soon.